Groning, left side wing, back-to-back threes, got it! Groning with back-to-back triples herself. She's got 6 points, and it's to a 9-point lead again.
Winter is here, and while the Bear is heading indoors, it certainly isn't going to hibernate. It's basketball season, and the gyms of Caribou County are heating up for this season's road to the playoffs.
Taken by Smith. Casey brings the ball forward, passes up ahead, backdoor pass to Lexi White, back to Smith who puts it up and in.
Whether it's the Soda Springs Cardinals, the Grace Grizzlies, or the North Gem Cowgirls, there is room for all in this Bears winter wonderland.
Stoddard outside, pump fakes on the three, feeds it to Christensen, wide open, splashes it home. Kyrie Christensen with a big three.
So come on in out of the cold and get yourself ready for Caribou County basketball on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Yamauchi with the basketball, fires it underneath, it's going to be White, reverse layup, and the Cardinals take a 1-point lead on Alexa White's 4th point of the game.
Local sports on KBRV 800 The Bear are brought to you by Sanders Furniture, Reed's Plumbing and Heating, Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting.
To Shea Donaldson, open for three, splash it down. Shea Donaldson cuts the lead down to 1 with her first basket of the night.
We are 20 minutes away from tonight's opening tip, so let's head courtside with the voice of Caribou County sports, Caleb Burgraff.
And welcome everybody out to the home of the Snake River Panthers here as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals following the boys up almost a week to the day after the Soda Springs boys came up here and took on the Snake River Panthers. It's time for the Lady Cardinals to try and get some revenge for the boys as they're going to look to take down the Lady Panthers here tonight. The JV game going out on the court as we speak at this moment. The Soda Springs Lady JV squad up 42-20 on the Snake River JV squad. There was a C-team game beforehand. I know Soda Springs won. I was not able to come up with the score of that game. We'll try and figure out what the score of that game was as we go on and hopefully be able to relay that one on to you. But the JV squad, or the split team I should say, having a very, very good time against the Snake River Panthers on the court. We got plenty to come up for you here in the pregame show, so we're not going to waste a lot of time. We will just tell you that this game should be a very good one against two teams that should be evenly matched as well. Snake River comes into this with a 6-3 record. Soda Springs a 4-2 record on the season, with the only losses for Soda Springs of the Cardinals to Teton and the Lady Redskins, as that is the last game they're coming off of. And that's one of the things that I'm really curious to see how the Cardinals rebound from that, is what exactly they do in order to show that that was a fluke loss to the Teton Lady Redskins when they got blown out of the Redskins home gym despite going to overtime with the Redskins the first time the two teams matched up out there on the court in the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. That's more we'll talk about as the game goes on and as the pregame show continues. We're going to take a break right now, though, and come back with our standout student, Braxton Jacobson, will join us here on the pregame show as KBRV rolls on to the Caribou County standout student on your home for Soda Springs basketball.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air.
And then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th. We started all off with beef chuck roasts at $3.99 a pound. You can also get 10-pound boxes of fancy navel oranges at $5.99 each. Don't forget they have Western Family butter with select varieties at $2.79 a pound. Try out their Tropicana juices, 46 to 59-ounce select varieties for $2.99. That's your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th in Soda Springs.
Would your business survive a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency. and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Snake River Panthers. Caleb Burgraff here, sitting high above the gym as we get set for the varsity matchup between the Cardinals and the Lady Panthers here tonight, and both teams returning to action. The Lady Panthers have had a busy schedule so far this year, though, playing 9 separate games, including a tournament already on the season. We'll talk more about what those two teams are going to bring to the table, though, and we get to the pregame coaches show right now. It's time for us to jump into our Caribou Motor Rewind standout students. We had a chance to sit down with Braxton Jacobson. We'll be back with his comments right after this on this presentation of Soda Springs Lady Cardinal basketball on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
For the past 32 years, the team at Caribou Motor Rewind has been specializing in pumps and electric motors, including domestic pumps for house wells. Offering parts and service, they have everything you need. The team at Caribou Motor Rewind thanks everyone in southeastern Idaho for your business and congratulates area high school students on their hard work and dedication to schoolwork and to sports. Caribou Motor Rewind, 198 North Hooper, Soda Springs. Stop in today.
Welcome back into the pregame show. Today the Lady Cardinals are taking on Snake River and the Panthers. Tip-off is about 15 minutes away. Time now for us to sit down with our standout student, Braxton Jacobson, on KBRV 800 The Bear, on our standout student, brought to you by Caribou Motor Rewind in Soda Springs.
Caleb Burgraff here with Braxton Jacobson, who is a freshman at Soda Springs High School. And Braxton, how's the school year been going for your first year at Soda Springs High School?
It's been going pretty good.
What are some of the things that you found different about Soda Springs High School compared to going to the middle school?
It's different and a little bit different classes.
When you look at some of the classes that you're in, what are some of the classes you're taking this year, and which ones are some of your favorites?
Had a lot of fun in art and PE.
What are some of the things that you enjoy about art, and what's your favorite style of art to do?
Just being able to draw.
If you had one type of subject to draw, what would it be?
Anything to do with hunting.
Now, I know hunting's a pretty big thing up here. Do you hunt outside in your free time as well?
Yes.
What's your favorite type of game to go hunting for?
Elk or deer.
Have you gotten any, or has your luck been pretty dry out there out in the woods?
2 years ago, I got a deer my first year hunting, and then last year I got an elk, and then this year I didn't get anything.
Well, I know the luck always turns around, and you always got to keep going back out there. Going back to the school side of things, I know teachers are always something that helps a kid enjoy his class. If you have a good teacher out there, who's your favorite teacher in the school so far?
Probably Andy Berg.
What do you like about him? What makes him such a fun teacher to be with?
It's like his own classroom. It's not really part of the school, so it's like he has his own rules, and like he just lets us listen to music when we're working on our art and stuff.
Makes it a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere for you guys as kids.
Yeah, it does.
I know you're helping out with the basketball teams. You helped out with the football teams as well. What got you into doing that type of stuff?
I didn't really want to play football this year, and I have past 4 years, I think. And this year I'm kind of small, and I didn't really want to get hurt, so I just asked to be the manager, and then they needed help on the basketball team, so they asked me to help with the basketball team too.
Do you enjoy helping out with the teams and being a part of that, not letting the size keep you from being involved in those sports?
Yeah.
If you had one favorite memory from the football season this year, what would it be?
Probably just going to away games and being able to be on the bus with my friends. And
I know you said you were like dirt biking. Now, it's the middle of winter, so dirt biking's not necessarily the top thing on people's list to do right now, but where's your best place that you've ever gone dirt biking at?
In St. George.
Was it a course, or was it something where you just went off into the backcountry and were able to go off on your own?
It was just when we went down for spring break, and we went with my family and saw my grandma and grandpa, and we just went together. And
sounds like a fun trip. Final question for you, and that's when you think about Soda Springs High School, obviously coming in as a freshman, it's a different type of atmosphere. What's your favorite thing about Soda Springs High School and being a Cardinal?
Probably just having like different classes off campus and stuff, and being able to walk around more and not be as sore the next day.
Well, Braxton, thank you so much again for taking the time. You're a standout student for this week, and good luck the rest of your high school career.
Okay.
Thanks again to Braxton Jacobson, who is our standout student. Brought to you by the fine folks over at Caribou Motor Rewind in Soda Springs. You're tuned into the pregame show right now. When we come back, we're going to take a visit with some of the members of today's coaching staff, as well as the members of the JV team for the Soda Springs Cardinals. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear, with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
mylocalradio.com is is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, this is John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting, here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You know, style is a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody's business. So please, plan ahead, designate before you celebrate. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back into our pregame show on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com. Time now to jump into our coach interviews, as we had a chance to sit down with Rich Dunn, the head coach of the Snake River Panthers, and talk with him about what he expects to see from Soda tonight, as well as what he expects from his own team on your home for Soda Springs Cardinals basketball, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at MyLocalRadio.com.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Rich Dunn, the head coach of the Snake River Lady Panthers. And Coach, the season for the girls really starting to get to the middle point. What's been the things that you've noticed from your team this year that you've been impressed with?
Our effort every night is through the roof. We don't ever have to ask kids to start playing hard. Right from the start to the finish, we have kids that are willing to put that sweat out there on the court and willing to pay that price physically. So we like that from our girls and from our team this year, and have come to really expect that. The execution sometimes with that, with high school kids, gets to be sometimes a question mark, but we sure like the effort and the approach that our kids bring night in, night out.
One of the things I noticed with your team, and especially now that you've talked about the starters for your team, is you have 4 seniors on the squad, but only 2 are in the starting lineup. You're starting a very young lineup, it seems like. Is that something you want to do this year, or is that just where the talent fell?
We are young. In fact, 2 of the girls, so we have Lindsay Higginson, who actually wasn't in our program last year. She had moved away from Snake River. Her and her sister Kelsey had moved to Utah and moved back to Snake River. So that's the one of the 2 seniors. And then Sari, the other senior that starts, has actually been in the program. So we're used to having her in there. But the other senior, Bailey Gibson, actually again wasn't in the program last year. Had some issues in that just decided not to play last year. Happy to have her back. So really just kind of, like you said, where the talent fell. But really we just put kids out there that are ready to go. You'll see Jess Adams come off the bench. She's normally the 6th girl in and plays significant minutes, depending on matchups and what's going on out there. So they might not start, but, like we always say, it's really more about who finishes, and that's kind of night to night and game to game. But really it's just kind of gives us that first kind of matchup that we like to see if we can kind of get the pace and things going the way that we like it to go in games.
Caleb Burgraff here with Rich Dunn from the Snake River Lady Panthers. And one of the other things I noticed is the 2 Higginson sisters out there. As a coach, does it help when you can put 2 sisters in the starting lineup who have that chemistry with each other and know each other's game so well?
Hey, siblings are a double-edged sword. They know each other really well. So that means on nights that's really beneficial, and then on other nights you probably better bring your referee card and be ready to help them out, probably seeing some different point of views from one another. But actually, those two are absolutely great. They are a special family with two very nice girls that are really unique to be able to see, to get to play together, and a great opportunity for us as a team to have them on the court together.
One final question. That's bringing in Soda Springs and the Cardinals here this week. They're the defending 2A state champions. What's it like when you can go down to the 2A level and in this side of the state bring up a team that is the quality that Soda continually puts on the court?
You said it, quality continually, and that's exactly what you think of when you think of Soda Springs and their girls basketball program. You know you're going to get somebody in your face. You know you're going to get press. You know you're going to get from start to finish. So that's again, a great benefit to us and our program for that opportunity. And then on top of that, to go play in Soda Springs later, which I think is, if not the toughest, one of the toughest places to play in the state. So if you can find a way to be in a close ball game there, maybe steal one at Soda Springs at some point in the season, I'm telling you, you have a very good ball club, and that's what we like to see, and that's who we like to play, is the best around, and Soda Springs is year in, year out, one of the best around.
Coach Dunn, thank you so much for the time, and I'm looking forward to watching a good game tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That was Coach Rich Dunn from the Snake River Panthers. We'll take another break. On the other side, we're going to sit down with sophomore Justice Balls from the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals and talk with her about how the JV season's been going, as well as kind of what her thoughts have been on the way the Cardinals have been playing this year, and what her view from the JV squad has been like. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back into the pregame show. We're in the middle of our coaches show, and for Soda Springs, we didn't have a chance to sit down with the coach, but sophomore Justice Balls, who has been playing on the JV squad this year, joined us on the pregame show to talk a little bit about what our expectations from the JV team should be, as well as what kind of the chemistry between the JV team and the varsity team is like this year here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Burgraff here with Justice Balls from the Soda Springs girls basketball team. And Justice, the season for you guys is continuing to move forward. What's it been like on the JV team this year? What have been some of the highlights for you from the JV squad?
It's been a lot of fun on the JV team. Some of the highlights is we are all just so close in age, so we can play really well together, and we all enjoy being around each other, so we just have a lot of fun on the JV team.
You guys have a couple of pairs of sisters on the team as well, with the Finlaysons as well as you and your sister. What's it like having that much of, I want to say, chemistry out there on the court with knowing each other that well when you guys are on the court?
It's a lot of fun. I know I especially like playing with my sister because we can go home and talk about the game and just bond over that, so I know that's really fun. can.
When you guys are playing in the program like Soda Springs has put together, how important is getting good minutes on the JV squad in order to be able to be prepared for a varsity team that is continually competing?
It's pretty important because we're all working to be varsity, and JV's just one step underneath that. So we just work hard to get minutes for JV.
What are some of the things that you guys have been working on specifically in games and specifically in practices to improve your game? And what are some of the weak points of the team this year?
Some things that we've been working on is like rebounding and boxing out. And then we've also been working on our shorter shots because we are having difficulties with that. But I think that's our weak point is some of the shorter shots. But as we work on that, we'll get it better throughout the season.
One of the things that the team is lacking a little bit in this year is size, and that goes from the varsity all the way down to the JV. How do you guys overcome that in your games? What's kind of the strategy you guys are imposing out on the court?
Even though we aren't very tall, we're all pretty fast, so we're all about the same size. So what we try to do is we try to get the ball down the court as fast as we can.
Kayla Bergraff here with Justice Balls from the Soda Springs girls basketball team. And when you look at goals for yourself, where do you want to be by the end of the year? What are some of the goals that you've put in for yourself?
Some goals I've put in is just to be the best team that I can and hit open girls and just be the best team, I guess.
Chemistry, we talked about this already as far as having the sisters out there on the court with you, but one of the other things that comes with chemistry is being able to play well with a team and being able to adapt to each other. When it comes to that chemistry, what are some of the things that the coaches do to help build that chemistry up during the season?
Like at the beginning of the season, we had an overnight practice where we just stayed in the gym all together, and that was a lot of fun, and we stayed up a lot of the night and we just bonded.
Is it good to be able to practice with the varsity when you're out there on the court for that chemistry as well, so that if you do get called up to the varsity during a season, you're used to playing with them and used to being around them?
I think that's very important because when we're practicing with them, it's almost like we're on the same team, and so like we'll be able to like bounce back and forth easily.
This week you have a couple of big games, and we'll end it on this question. Snake River and Malad in your first district game. How important is this week in order to prepare yourselves for the rest of district play as well as for any tournaments that are coming up?
I think it's pretty important, but every game is important to get a good foundation and just keep on improving. So that's what we just try to do every game, is just try to be better than our last one.
Justice, thank you so much for the time, and good luck as you guys prepare for both Snake River and Malad this week.
Thanks.
Oh, Santa, it's nice to take a minute and relax in the recliner and love seat we got from Sanders Furniture and Appliance.
Oh, yes it is.
The folks at Sanders Furniture are always so nice to work with.
This year, they are going to help me by offering Christmas Eve delivery service to customers in the Soda Springs area.
That's great, Santa.
Stop in today for the perfect gift and have it delivered Christmas Eve. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
This year, firefighters will battle thousands of wildfires around the country in hopes of containing them. But a single ember that escapes can travel more than 1 mile, where it can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Prepare, protect, prevail. Get fire adapted. Learn simple steps you could take now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Back out here once again at the home of the Snake River Panthers on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online at mylocalradio.com, where the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals are getting set to take on the Lady Panthers. Time for our starting lineups of today's ball game, which are brought to you. Well, we don't have a sponsor yet for the starting lineups. If you want to be a sponsor for the girls' starting lineups, give us a call at the station. We'll get you in touch with a salesperson. That's 547-2400, 547-2400. Starting off with the Snake River Lady Panthers, they're going to be led off by number 3, Kelsey Higginson. Number 4 is Jetta Goff. Number 12 is Alyssa Crumley. Number 14 is Lindsay Higginson. And number 22 is Sari Stedman. The sixth person off the bench is going to be senior Jessica Adams. On the other side for the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals, they're led off by senior Callie Groning. Number 3 is Alexa White. Number 4 is Casey Smith. Number 12 is freshman point guard Reagan Yamauchi. And number 24 is Kirsten Rasmussen. Coming up as the post player for the Cardinals, we'll be curious to see how much time she gets out there, with Jessie Belknap, the other big post player, getting some good time in the JV games as well. So we'll see how often the two split time, as well as with Tawny Barfus. It'll be Snake River who takes the basketball at the center court with Sari Stedman in the center circle. That is Alyssa Crumley in the center circle going against Kirsten Rasmussen. The 3C Grill opening tip-off coming your way, brought to you by the 3C Grill in Grace. And the ball is up and one over by Snake River, who is going to move right to left on your radio dial and your video screen. Taking the point guard duties is Goff. She lobs a pass underneath the basket, taking it right there and putting up a fadeaway jumper. Missing it is Alyssa Crumley. Kirsten Rasmussen pulls down the basketball on the rebound, gives up ahead to Groning. She goes up to the top of the key as they move it around to the left side. Working on the wing there is Casey Smith. She drives inside, kicks it to Yamauchi, who finds Groning back on the right side wing. She drives to her left, trying to work against Goff. Now backs it up to the top of the key, loses her dribble. Goff getting inside of her hands and almost batting the ball away. And now Groning, nobody coming to save her, finally throws it to Yamauchi, but it's after a 5-second call, and the Soda Springs Cardinals turn the ball over on their first possession. And it will be back to Snake River with the score still at 0-0 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and Snake River will bring the basketball forward to the middle of the court, trying to break the press is Crumley. She goes underneath the basket and throws it straight through the hands of Sari Stedman, and the Cardinals get a turnover right after the Panthers get a turnover from the Cardinals, and Soda Springs will get to bring the basketball back the other way as Kirsten Rasmussen inbounds the ball to Yamauchi, and Reagan will jog the basketball forward. Now slows it down to a walk and is going to be picked up by Kelsey Higginson, the sophomore. Freshman against sophomore as Yamauchi goes to her right, gets a double screen, cuts into the lane, drives straight to the basket, gets fouled, puts up the shot. They're going to say it's on the floor though, and it'll be an inbounds pass coming up as Sari Stedman picks up her first foul of the night, and the Cardinals get a chance to work the offense. Good job by Yamauchi, though, to drive straight into the paint and get some contact. She looks to inbound the ball now. The freshman finds Rasmussen cutting around the right side. Wide open layup on the assist from Yamauchi, and it's going to be a violation on the inbounds pass for Snake River now. And it'll be another turnover back to the Cardinals, the second for the Panthers. 6:55 to go, first quarter of play. 2-0 Cardinals on top on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. And Yamauchi again to pass the ball in. Looking, still looking. Lobs one now to Casey Smith on the far side. Almost goes out of bounds, but Smith able to track it back down. Goes to her left. Crumley is going to be screened as Casey drives inside, dumps off to Rasmussen. She passes it back out to Yamauchi, goes through her legs and out of bounds, and the Cardinals turn it right back over. That's 4 turnovers in the game in the first minute and 45 seconds. 2-0 Cardinals on top, though, as Snake River gets set to inbound from in front of their own bench. Working right to left, it'll be Goff to bring it forward. Now passes the ball off to the right side. Almost double dribbling the ball is going to be that's Higginson, the elder Higginson. And inside she finds Jetta Goff, who goes up for the shot and is bumped on the way up. She'll head to the stripe for a pair of free throws. We'll see who they end up calling this one on. It goes on Alexa White. That'll be her first foul, and Jetta Goff steps to the free throw line for the first time tonight for either team. Pair coming up with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to go. First free throw is going to be good. Curls through the net and gets the Panthers onto the board, down by 1, 2-1 in the early going of tonight's contest, live from Snake River and the home of the Panthers. One more coming up for Goff. This one is flat but drops its way through. 2 for 2 at the line for Jetta Goff, and the Cardinals are back even with Snake River and the Panthers. Yamauchi brings the ball forward straight across the logo. Fakes a speed burst to her right, now goes fast to her right, trying to work against the younger Higginson, drives to the baseline, looks to pass the ball out, now comes in the middle lane. Alexa White open from 12 feet, drops it home. 2 assists now going into Reagan Yamauchi, and White's got her first bucket of the game. Cardinals get a steal quickly, and Groning is going to be wide open on the left side wing. Her shot no good, and the ball is rebounded by Alyssa Crumley. She turns it over, back-to-back turnovers. Yamauchi puts up a shot. Now she can't get that to drop down, and the rebound is tracked down by Groning on the near side. It'll be Casey Smith to reset the offense. Comes back to her left, loses her dribble, picks it up, and now is going to bounce this one over to Reagan Yamauchi to reset as the point guard. Stands at the top of the key, has a couple of screens, now gets one from Kirsten Rasmussen. Good switch off as Crumley comes to pick her up. Rasmussen is going to receive a pass, and she hits the deck, gets it back out to Casey Smith. Her shot from 12 feet on the wing is no good, bounces high in the air, and a jump ball is going to be called on the floor. Possession arrow will favor the Cardinals, and they'll get the basketball back from the Panthers for another chance to put up more shots. Rasmussen hit the deck as well as Alyssa Crumley, and a quick substitution will come in for Snake River. Kelsey Higginson takes a seat with Jessica Adams coming back out, the senior getting her first minutes. Reagan Yamauchi set to inbound the ball, standing on the left side of the basket. Gets this one inside to Groning. She has to back it out, though, to the right corner. Comes all the way back around to the wing before driving to her right. Stops, pops one off from three-point land. Short off the front of the rim. Ball bounces right into the hands of Crumley, and she'll give off now as it's going to be Goff. Near side, almost loses her dribble. Drives around a double team into the paint. Throws the ball right into the hands of Callie Groning, and another turnover. Come back for the Cardinals. Yamauchi to the right side wing. Stops, goes to her left, passes it across the lane. It's going to be picked off, though, but Groning right there to get it, and then goes backcourt. So the Cardinals almost avoid the turnover, but turn it over in the end, and it'll be back over once again to Snake River and the Panthers. To do the inbounding for the Panthers is Lindsay Higginson, the senior. She gives off to Jetta Goff, who stays in the backcourt. 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go. Ball passed up. It's going to be taken on the left side by Adams. She goes in the middle of the paint, pass lofted down underneath the basket, and a foul. No, it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. Lindsay Higginson, a good backdoor cut, but a good adjustment as well by the Cardinals down low. I missed the number, who was able to get over and block the shot away. 4:51 to go still, first quarter of play. Only one foul for either team now, but plenty of turnovers with 5 for the Panthers and 3 for the Cardinals. Ball's going to be inbounded to Crumley. She gives off now to Higginson, and Lindsay brings it back up to the top of the key. Passes right side. Goff left wide open for 3. Cans it home. Jetta Goff with all 5 points for the Panthers, and they lead 5-4. 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go, and Reagan Yamauchi will bring it forward again, taking the point. The freshman to her right, gets trapped. Now drives through the trap, though. Kicks it near side. Alexis White wide open for a deuce from 18 feet. Can't get it to go, and it's going to be Stedman who pulls down the board. Right place, right time. Back the other way. Panthers almost throw the ball away. They do throw it away. Thought it might have been tipped underneath the basket by Rasmussen, but the official says Jetta Goff just threw it straight through everyone's hands for the 6th Snake River turnover. Cardinals looking to try and take advantage of these, though. Down by 1, 5-4, and it'll be Reagan Yamauchi get the inbounds pass as Tawny Barfus checks into the game for the Cardinals. She's going to replaces Casey Smith on the court. No, replaces Callie Groning on the court as the Cardinals give it off to Smith over on the left side wing. She passes it top of the key. Alexis White takes it there, now backs it up towards the logo. Guarded on the outside by Adams. She gets a pass over to Smith, who takes a dribble to her right, tries to drive around the wing. Smith looks to lob it into the paint, now passes it back to White, swings it all the way around, left side elbow, shot up from Tawny Barfus, no good, and the rebound is going to be pulled in by Crumley for her 3rd rebound of the game, and again, it's going to be back up court for Stedman. Snake River skips the pass top of the key up to Goff. She goes to the right side where Adams holds the ball on the right side wing. She skips it back to the near side. Lindsay Higginson goes into the paint. Crumley right there, lays it up, gets the friendly roll off the rim after taking the contact, and Alyssa Crumley gets her first basket of the game. It's a 7-4 lead. Snake River on top, and they bat the ball away from an inside pass to Rasmussen to avoid giving the Cardinals a chance for their big girl to put a shot up onto the board. 3:20 to go, first quarter of play. More subs come in for Snake River as back into the game is Kelsey Higginson. Taylor Myers will check in for Soda Springs and the Cardinals. And the inbounds pass set to come in from Yamauchi. She looks over to the near side. Casey Smith open on the wing from the foot on the line. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound tipped out of bounds back over to Snake River. So no rebounder will be attributed for that one. And it remains 3:15 to go with the Cardinals down by 3 to Snake River and the Panthers in the first quarter of play. Cardinals defending the inbound, full court pressure, man-to-man defense being applied as it's going to be Adams lobbing the ball, trying to find it to Kelsey Higginson on the right side. It's batted out of bounds, though, by Reagan Yamauchi, and Snake River will have to inbound once again. Good job by the Cardinals defense, avoiding allowing Snake River to bring the ball up quickly. It'll be Goff who gets set to inbound, steps behind the out-of-bounds line, passes it in. It's taken by Kelsey Higginson. She passes it near side Adams, swings it all the way to right side corner. Ashton Martin skips one across the way. It's Goff open for 3, and she gets another one. Jetta Goff with 8 points out of the 10 that you've seen from Snake River. 2:54 to go, and the Cardinals down by 6. Reagan Yamauchi trying to end the run. It's an 8-point run with no answer for the Cardinals. Yeah, Alexis White drives in. She's blocked away down low in the paint, trying to track down the board. It's another jump ball that's going to be called, and the Cardinals are going to turn this one over to Snake River on the drive by Alexis White, but she was just out-heighted down low in the post, and it looks like a timeout's going to be taken We'll take a timeout as well. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Here are your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th. We started all off with beef chuck roasts at $3.99 a pound. You can also get 10-pound boxes of fancy navel oranges at $5.99 each. Don't forget they have Western Family butter with select varieties at $2.79 a pound. Try out their Tropicana juices, 46 to 59 ounce select varieties for $2.99. That's your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th in Soda Springs.
Apologize for the delay, folks. Back here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Snake River inbounds the basketball out of the break to the near side after getting the basketball back on a jump ball. Driving into lane, Goff skips it to the right side. It's going to be taken there by Martin. She goes to the right side once again and trying to drive inside the lane from the top of the key is Kelsey Higginson. But the sophomore, is going to travel with the basketball and turns it right back over to the Cardinals. And Soda Springs will be looking to inbound from the far sideline, working left to right, down by 6, 2:26 to go on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. And a full court pressure is going to be applied by Snake River. Callie Groning gets the basketball, brings up right side wing. Walks it back to her left, now comes back to her right, skips back to her left. Good crossover, backdoor pass underneath. Tawny Barfus lays it up and then count the foul. Tawny Barfus, the two seniors hooking up. And it's going to send Tawny to the line for the first free throw of the night for the Cardinals. Foul is going to be picked up by Alyssa Crumley. It'll be her first, and Tawny Barfus will step to the free throw line. Takes some dribbles, looks over the shot, puts it up, and rolls that one down. So Tawny makes the three-point play. It's back to a three-point ball game, 10-7. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Cardinals almost full turnover in the backcourt as their full court pressure is being applied once again. Groning now defends the upwards dribble of Kelsey Henderson, who throws the ball away. It's going to be Kirsten Rasmussen who picks up the basketball. She almost throws it away. Now the Cardinals do throw it away. It's going to be Higginson who steals it, fouled on the way to the hoop, and the sophomore's got a chance to build the lead back up to 5 points if she can make a pair after forcing the fifth Cardinals turnover of the first quarter. Callie Groning with the foul, smart foul if you're counting, as she makes the sophomore earn the trip to the free throw line, and Higginson will step forward. Has yet to score tonight, has yet to take any free throws tonight as well. Right-handed shooter, puts it up and drops it down, bottoms it out, and with a minute and 54 seconds to go, it's back to a 4-point lead for Snake River and the Panthers. One more attempt is going to come up. And Higginson looking to try and give her team a 5-point advantage here. Working on the left side of the court, puts this one up and got that one. 4 for 4 now for Snake River to start the game from the free throw line. And the Cardinals see themselves back down by 5. Callie Groning comes up the right side, just to the right of the logo. Gets double teamed, trying to trap her Snake River and the Panthers. Groning's going to avoid it, drives inside, picks up her dribble, finds Tawny on the left side, and Barfus is going to bring it back around to the top of the key. The post looking to drive inside. Good defense being played as Snake River rotates around. Groning gets a handoff from Barfus, picks up her dribble, gives it back to Rasmussen at the free throw line, lines one up short off the front of the rim, and Stedman pulls in her second board of the game. Right side is going to be the Panthers up the court again into the paint, and kicking it out to Stedman is going to be the hands of Crumley. Stedman drops home the triple. 3 3-point baskets coming from the Panthers. They lead by 8, 15-7 over Soda Springs. Groning comes to the near side, drives into the left side lane. It's going to be Ariana Finlayson who feeds it around, back over in the hands of Myers. She almost has the ball stripped away from her, into Rasmussen. She looks over to Barfus, and the Snake River Panthers recover their defense after the Cardinals had them out of position. Near side, Finlayson left open for 3, can't get it to go, airballs it over the hoop, and the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals with under a minute to go in the first quarter. 15-7 the score here. And Snake River once again will be inbounding from down on their underneath baseline. Has the full length of the court to go, as it's going to be Kelsey Higginson, who gets the inbounds pass. Goes back to the near side where she gives it to her sister. Lindsay picks up her dribble. Now finds Stedman, who comes back across half court. 40 seconds to go. Higginson, Lindsay gives it over to the right side. She's going to get it into the hands of Adams. Stands on the wing before passing into the lane. Throws it away to the Cardinals, who avoid turning it over on their own right. And it's going to be the 9th turnover by Snake River in the first quarter with under 30 seconds to play. Groning brings it forward. The senior slows the pace down. Looks to the left. Comes over to her right, drives in, has the ball batted out of her hands, and it will remain Soda Springs basketball after Kelsey Higginson ended up getting her hands into the dribble of Groning. 16 seconds to go, Cardinals. Plenty of time to work an offensive play and put the ball up onto the board. Groning stands on the sideline, looks to lob one in, finds Kirsten Rasmussen down low on the baseline. She tries to bank one in, can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Taylor Myers, but she's going to be called for the push, and the Cardinals will get another foul as Taylor picks up her first, and Snake River gets a chance to inbound with 12.6 seconds left to go. Third team foul on the Cardinals in what's been a very quickly played first quarter of play. Ball inbounded, taken by Goff. She gives off now to Lindsay Higginson, who pushes it up the court. Fires a pass underneath the basket, trying to find Adams, and instead throws it away with 6.5 seconds to go. A 10th turnover for the Cardinals, or for the Panthers, and the Cardinals will get another chance to bring it forward, but they need to do it quickly with under 7 seconds to play. It's going to be Casey Smith. She gets the inbounds, 4 seconds, comes across half court, 2 seconds to go, into the paint, loses her dribble, turns it over, and that costs the Cardinals a chance to climb back in. After a quarter of play, it's an 8-point lead for the Snake River Panthers over the Soda Springs Cardinals here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Back once again at the home of Snake River and the Panthers will be Soda Springs, who comes out with the basketball from the second quarter of play after having a bad offensive quarter in the Cardinal standards, down by 8, only putting up 7 points. It'll be Casey Smith to take the inbounds pass. She goes to her left onto the wing before passing it off to Myers down low in the corner. She'll dribble it back around, triple team, lobs one down, trying to find Barfus, instead throws it away, and it'll be the Cardinals back on defense quickly, and the first possession will end up in a turnover. Trying to run the court, Snake River now throws the ball off the Cardinal out of bounds as Tawny Barfus, who gets her fingertips into the passing lane, and with 6:42 to go, again, Snake River will inbound with Goff standing on the baseline. She looks deep, now passes it short. It's going to be Stedman, and moves it back to Adams on the wing. Back over to Goff in the corner. Double team is going to find her there. Adams no goes through the lane, though, finding Alyssa Crumley down low on the ground. She's fouled as she tries to go up for the shot. But it will be a foul on Taylor Myers for a second, and Snake River will inbounds as it was not a shooting foul. 7 minutes, 34 seconds to go. And Goff will get set to inbound. Looks over to the near side, finds a wide open Stedman. Nobody near her for 3, can't get it to go, skips off the rim, and Kirsten Rasmussen pulls in her second rebound of the game, only the third for the Cardinals. Back up court, Jessie Belknap into the game for the first time, bounces it back to Rasmussen. She puts up a jumper from the free throw line. Kirsten's got 4 points now, and it's back to a 6-point lead for Snake River. 15-9, 7:14 to go on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Lindsay Henderson gives it off. Now Crumley tries to drive to the free throw line, bounces it back out to Adams. She holds the ball on the right side wing, gives to Stedman, near side. Lindsay Henderson holds it over her head on the wing, guarded tightly by Smith before bouncing it off at the top of the key, on the right side of the top of the key, to Crumley. And now an offensive foul called underneath the basket. Cardinals getting shoved around down low by Goff, and Goff is going to get her first foul of the game, third team foul on Snake River, and the Cardinals will pick up the turnover, the 11th now for Snake River and the Panthers. The problem the Cardinals have, though, is they have not been able to take advantage of the turnovers. And it will be Casey Smith to bring it forward as she takes over the point guard duties. Mostly bench players out for the Cardinals, with both Finlayson out there as well. And it's going to be Rasmussen who picks up a ball on the ground. Apologize for the lapse in play-by-play there, but it's Rasmussen who's going to pick up the 2 points. And the Cardinals get another steal. Finlayson pokes the ball away, lays it up and in. Ariana with her first basket of the night, and it's back to a 2-point game. 15-13, 6-0 run for the Cardinals to start out the second quarter. Panthers trying to change that, throw the ball across lane and out of bounds, and another turnover to the Cardinals. 3 turnovers for Snake River, and the Cardinals have a chance to tie it up or take the lead as Snake River will sub out Kelsey Higginson, and back into the game is going to be Ashton Martin. Casey Smith brings it forward for Soda Springs and the Cardinals, working left to right on your radio dial. Over to her left, backcourt violation. She crossed the ball across the line and now turns it over to Snake River once again, the 7th turnover for the Cardinals. 6:15 to go, 15-13. The Cardinals trailing by 2 and the Panthers with the basketball. Stedman gets the inbounds pass, takes the point, gives off to the right side. Lindsey Higginson comes up top of the key. Holding on to the basketball, there's Martin. She looks to her right, gives off to Stedman, open on the wing, but Casey Smith closes quickly. Off to Higginson, right side corner, throws the ball into the hands of the Cardinals, but bounces right to Goff's hands. She gives to Stedman, right side still, holding the ball, passing the ball around. Higginson gets it back to Stedman. Back to Higginson. She looks into the paint, throws it right into Jessie Belknap's hands, and the sophomore comes up with a steal. Near side, Ariana Finlayson goes over to Kirsten Rasmussen, who can't handle the pass. It's picked up by the Panthers, and a timeout's going to be taken by Rich Dunn. Not happy by the looks of things. We'll take a break, come back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear, with the Cardinals on top down by 2 to the Panthers, 15-13, with 5:42 to go on KBRV 800 The Bear, and online at mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Welcome back out to the home of the Snake River Panthers on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. 15-13, the score sits right now with a 2-point advantage for Snake River and the Panthers on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. And the Panthers will be coming out with the ball on offense and looking to inbound. Nobody standing on the far baseline, though, as the Panthers are not aware that they have to inbound the basketball, it seems. They'll get somebody over there as Lindsey Higginson will run back down. Cardinals are going to apply loose pressure with Ariana Finlayson, but she's the only one into the backcourt. It goes to Stedman to bring it forward. Up the right side, left-hand dribble, passes off now to Higginson, who holds the ball guarded by Smith, top of the key. She moves it over to the left side wing. Now a fired pass into the top of the key where it's going to be Stedman. She passes it back off. Now Higginson takes on the left side of the top of the key. Tries to drive to her right. Gets cut off. Now feeds it over into the hands of Martin. She passes it off. Top of the key. Crumley gives off to Stedman. Still around the three-point line. The Cardinals doing a good job of avoiding giving up anything in the paint, but it'll be a good crisscross passing, and a shot up from the paint comes from Crumley, who drops it down and is fouled. She'll head to the line for a three-point opportunity. The foul is going to be called on Casey Smith, it looks like. No, they're actually going to get Alexa White with her second foul. And Crumley will step to the line with 4 points and a chance at a fifth if she can knock home the and one free throw. So far, Snake River a perfect 4 for 4 tonight from the stripe. Crumley, right-handed shooter, toes the line with the right foot with a slightly offset stance, crouches and quickly fires, can't get the shot to go, rebound bounces into the hand of Yamauchi, and Reagan will bring it forward. The freshman comes up the right side of the logo, comes into the right side of the lane, now drives through, throws up a shot. She'll have a pair of free throws coming up as she was in the act of shooting, split a double team that didn't quite close her off, and the foul is going to go on Sari Stedman for her second. Reagan, who is one of the better free throw shooters normally for the Cardinals, has yet to score tonight, yet to really have a shot tonight. And she will step to the line. Right-handed shooter, wearing the full leggings, ankle braces, black shoes, puts up the free throw, and in and out, can't get it to go. 5:06 to go, still that 4-point lead for the Panthers here in the second quarter of play after Stedman picked up her second foul, and Yamauchi gets the ball for her second free throw. She'll put the right foot up to the line once again. Belknap knocked down to rebound as she stands back, and the second free throw up and no good as well. Yamauchi comes, gets her own ball. She tries to spin into the lane, fights one up, can't get it to go. This time it's going to be Groning who pulls on the board. Right side, Yamauchi puts up a jumper. That's good. Reagan finally gets onto the scoreboard, and it's after a couple of offensive boards for the Cardinals, back to its 2-point game, 17-15. Right side, Stedman holds the ball on the wing, guarded by Groning. She hands off, taking it to the right side. It's going to be Goff, who has the ball stripped away from her by Groning as the senior comes up with a steal, and the Cardinals another chance to try and tie this game up. Groning picks up her dribble, gives to Belknap. Right side, Finlayson back to Groning, near the top of the key. Double team attempted, but Groning's going to avoid it. Steps in, 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound tips off the hands of Belknap. Finlayson pulls it in. Her putback shot, no good, and the rebound goes into the hands of Crumley, who comes quickly back up the court to the right side. Drives into the lane, steps around with a Euro step, can't get the shot to go, and Belknap puts down the rebound after the quick transition of affairs into the lane. It's going to be Yamauchi taking over. The freshman lays it up and in. Back-to-back buckets for her, and it's a tie ball game, 17 apiece here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. 4:03 to go in the second. The Cardinals outscoring the Snake River Panthers by a score of 10-2 in this second quarter of play. While we're here, remind you that this game brought to you by Caribou Memorial Hospital, where you will find a qualified, happy, and fun staff working with doctors who have a real interest in your well-being. They also have a large network of specialists and surgeons working in state-of-the-art surgical facilities and feature on-site rehabilitation services to ensure you have a comfortable and timely recovery. Caribou Memorial Hospital, Living Center, and clinics at 300 South, 3rd West in Soda Springs. As we go back to the action, I do also want to remind you that if you're watching this game right now, you can watch it on the live video stream at mylocalradio.com/Soda Springs. Just go to that website and you'll be able to find the link. It'll be Snake River coming out of the timeout with the basketball, working right to left, tie game 17-17. Over to the right side once again, pass goes up to the top of the key. Higginson gives it to her sister Kelsey, passes it into the lane, taking it there Crumley. Triple teamed, has it stripped out of her hands, but Lindsay right there goes for the layup and is blocked away, but Kirsten Rasmussen is going to pick up the foul as Higginson hits the deck. For Rasmussen, that is going to be her first foul, and it sends Lindsay to the line for his first chance to score tonight. The Panthers missed their first free throw of the night, the last trip to the line, when Alyssa Crumley couldn't get one to go. Now a right-handed shooting Higginson rattles this one home, bounces off the rim before dropping through, and it's now a 5-for-6 night at the stripe for Snake River and the Panthers. 3:47 to go, 1-point lead for Snake River. Second free throw up, this one kicks off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound though, fought for and pulled down by Crumley, who lays it up and in after getting the offensive board, and it's a 3-point advantage for Snake River, 20-17. Yamauchi with the basketball, goes to right, catches a screen, fights through some defense, gives it off to the left side wing, where it's going to be Myers going back up top to Groning. Drives to her right, her left, now skips the ball up top, holds on to it after almost having it stripped away, before giving it off now to Kat McCullum. Loses her dribble, passes it to the near side corner where it's going to be Kelsey Higginson, who almost comes up with the steal, but instead the ball goes out of bounds, and Soda Springs will retain possession. Kat McCullough to inbound the ball from the corner. Looks deep, still looks deep, now comes short to Taylor Myers. Hands off to Yamauchi, drives over to the right, has the ball poked away. Kelsey Higginson, the sophomore, drives up the court, lays it up, fouled on the way. And the sophomore is going to head to the line after Reagan Yamauchi getting stripped is going to give it back, and the foul is a smart one by Yamauchi in this broadcaster's opinion. The 7th team foul, but it avoided giving up the easy basket to Higginson. So Kelsey will step to the line. She wears the full black leggings, purple shoes with black socks, and the white and purple uniform with the purple stripe down the side, and purple letters and numbers. First free throw up and good by Higginson. Cardinals in stark contrast wearing their road blacks, red uniform, red numbers with red trim down the sides, and Cardinals written across the front. Or excuse me, Soda Springs written across the front. One more free throw coming up for Kelsey. This one up, that's good as well. She's a perfect 4 for 4 from the stripe. And it's back to a 5-point advantage for Snake River. The timeout seems to have calmed the team down. Reagan with the basketball, drives to her left, cuts into the lane, dumps one off, but it's going to be blocked away. Pass lofted down the court, and it's going to be a track meet, but it's beaten down there by Kirsten Rasmussen. And back-to-back turnovers by both teams will have the Cardinals with the ball. Right side wing, Groning goes up top. Taylor Myers tries to drive, poked away, and a foul is going to be called there, as they're going to say Ashton Martin ended up getting a piece of Taylor Myers. It's the 5th team foul on Snake River, so still no free throws coming up for the Cardinals, but they will be inbounding, as Callie Groning was going to take it on the baseline, but instead it'll be Taylor Myers on the near sideline. Passes the ball in, almost picked off. Lindsey Higginson, the one who was there to try and get the ball away, but she swatted out of bounds into the scorer's table in the backcourt, and the Cardinals get to inbound again. Tawny Barfus to inbound, passes it in. It's going to be taken by Casey Smith. Casey to her left, drives around, gets a screen, tries to drive through a double team, gets all the way to the hoop, lays it up, gets the friendly roll as it bounces off the hoop twice. Casey Smith onto the scoreboard for the first time tonight, and it's back to a 3-point ball game. The Cardinals can cut into it now as they'll get a turnover underneath the basket. Smith lobs a shot up, can't get it to go. Rasmussen pulls it down. She throws the ball off of her own teammate and out of bounds to Snake River. A turnover for both teams on that transition. Rasmussen picked up her 3rd rebound in the game, but couldn't quite hold on to possession the entire time. And with 2:26 to go, Snake River will be inbounding the ball again. Full court pressure by the Cardinals. Finally, Snake River gets the ball into Crumley. She goes to her right, picks up her dribble, fires one up the court, almost out of bounds. Kelsey Higginson right there, gives up to her sister Lindsay on the left side of the lane. Stops at the low block, then throws the ball away into Casey Smith. Nobody in front of Casey as she drives to the hoop, puts the layup up, can't get it to go, but a foul is going to be called as Alyssa Crumley picks up her 2nd, and Casey Smith will step to the line for a pair of free throws after stealing the ball away on a Crumley pass. 18 turnovers now for Snake River in this first half of play. A horrible night for any team if you turn the ball over 18 times in a game, much less 18 times and a half. Smith's first free throw whiffs on everything. Missed everything but the net cords as the nylon barely moved on the way down, and it's up to one more free throw coming up. Yamauchi checks back into the game, as does Kat McCullough, as Callie Groning checks out and Tawny Barfus checks out. One more free throw coming up as Smith has the ball bounced to her. Crouches low, and this one fired up and drops it through. Good on that attempt. 3 points now for Casey Smith, and the Cardinals back within 2, 22-20, and up the court it's going to be Kelsey Higginson trying to push the pace, lofts one into the corner, well over the heads of Ashton Martin, and it's another turnover for Snake River. 19 in the game now, 2:02 to go, 22-20, and it's Yamauchi to bring it forward. Walks to her left, now drives to her left, double team there, breaks the double team, gets into the lane, picks up her dribble, fights through, but she travels before she can get the shot up. 7th turnover in the quarter for the Cardinals now, and a minute 52 will give it back. With a minute 52 to left to go, we'll give it back over to Snake River. As Kelsey Higginson checks out, Stedman will get the inbounds pass, brings it forward. No full court pressure applied on the side of Stedman, as she gives off to Goff. Goff now goes to the baseline, cuts underneath, stops on the block, and an offensive foul is going to be called. They're going to say it's on Goff. I personally didn't see the foul. It will be another turnover, the 20th now of the half for Snake River, and the Cardinals another chance to try and tie up. It'll be brought forward by Yamauchi. Comes straight across the logo before Stedman picks her up and walks her to her left. Yamauchi comes back to her right, goes back to her left once again before passing it over to McCullough. Ball's going to be tipped around by Snake River. It's going to be Yamauchi driving her way through some double team. Ball still really loose. No one's really had a good handle on it. Cardinals will keep possession, and Casey Smith now kind of clears everything away. She gives to Rasmussen, throws the ball off of a Snake River player, does Taylor Myers down low on the low block to keep it in possession of Soda Springs and the Cardinals. 22-20 with minute 10 left to go. Ball to be inbounded, passed into Yamauchi, who's going to bring it back up across the half-court line. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. To her left, Yamauchi, guarded by Stedman, gives it into the corner. Taken there, driving in is going to be Smith. She gets double-teamed down low, loses the ball, picked up by Snake River, and another turnover for the Cardinals will keep them down by 2 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. 22-20, under a minute to play. Ball brought forward by Goff, walks it to her left. Now crosses over to the right, gives it off to Stedman, who stands on the right wing. Passes into the corner, taken there by Adams, looks down low, gives back out to Stedman on the wing, guarded by Smith. Under 40 seconds to go. Now Cardinals going to force another turnover. Taylor Myers stepping into the passing lane to force that one, and it'll be brought forward by Soda Springs. Left to right, under 30 seconds to go. Coach Schwanevelt yelling out from the sideline, calling the play to his team as Yamauchi drives baseline, now pulls it back out to the wing. Comes around to the top of the key, Stedman forcing her back to her left as Yamauchi looks for someone to break open. Now gets isolation, tries to drive down, gives up top to Myers once again, cups through, now gives to Kat McCullough, finds underneath the baseline, it's going to be Rasmussen. She goes too far but can't get the shot up, but instead finds a pass to Casey Smith. Her shot no good. Rebound to Stedman, and Sari pulls in the final rebound of the half. We'll head to the third quarter of play and the halftime break with a score at 22-20 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Back after this with New Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show on your home for all things Soda Springs Cardinals, your home for all things Caribou County, MyLocalRadio.com, and KBRV 800 The Bear.
Oh, Santa, it's nice to take a minute and relax in the recliner and love seat we got from Sanders Furniture and Appliance.
Oh, yes it is.
The folks at Sanders Furniture are always so nice to work with.
This year, they are going to help me by offering Christmas Eve delivery service to customers in the Soda Springs area.
That's great, Santa.
Stop in today for the perfect gift and have it delivered Christmas Eve. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
Hey America, we need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back into the halftime show brought to you by Machiko Therapeutic Services right here on KBRV 800 The Bear. We'll be back with the first half highlights right after this.
Many things can cause the holiday blues: stress, fatigue, unrealistic expectations, over-commercialization, financial constraints, and the inability to be with one's family and friends. Remember, the holiday season does not banish reasons for feeling sad or lonely. There is room for these feelings to be present, even if the person chooses not to express them. If you or someone you know needs professional mental health counseling, visit Mexico Therapeutic Services, located at 421 West 2nd South, Suite 3 in Soda Springs. Call 208-547-4550 for an appointment. Most insurances are accepted.
Welcome back into the Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com. Time for our first half highlights as the Soda Springs Cardinals came out slow in this ball game, trailing 15-7 at the break. A lot of that was because of the hot three-point shooting that Snake River was able to put up, with 2 3-point shots coming from Jetta Goff and another one from Sari Stedman. The Cardinals then were able to fight back, though, in the second quarter as they went on an 8-0 run of their, or a 6-0 run of their own to cut the lead down to 2, and they eventually would sit there as the two teams would tie at 7 after that through the rest of the quarter, and that's where we sit with a score at 22-20 after the first half of play with 6:21 left to go here on the halftime break. We got another break coming up for you on KBRV 800 The Bear. On this other side, we're going to talk a little bit about the stats here in tonight's game, as the Soda Springs Cardinals have had a couple of good stats in their favor, including the turnovers and the rebounding battle. We'll talk more about that on the other side of this break on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
How'd I do?
You'll get better.
Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa.
You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th. We started all off with beef chuck roasts at $3.99 a pound. You can also get 10-pound boxes of fancy navel oranges at $5.99 each. Don't forget they have Western Family butter with select varieties at $2.79 a pound. Try out their Tropicana juices, 46 to 59 ounce select varieties for $2.99. That's your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th in Soda Springs.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Back here on the Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime shows, we take a look at the halftime numbers for the Soda Springs Cardinals. They're being led in scoring right now by the post, Kirsten Rasmussen, who's put 6 points up onto the board to go with 3 rebounds. And she leads the team in that category as well, as she is having a banner night. A couple of turnovers have been forced by the junior post as well. Looking down the rest of the line, 4 points for Reagan Yamount. She is the second leading scorer. She has 2 rebounds as well. All of her points coming in the second quarter of play. 3 points for Tawny Barfus, as she had a 3-point play in the first quarter. 2 points apiece for Ariana Finlayson and for Alexa White. And there's your 20-point total. The Cardinals with 10 rebounds winning that battle 10-8. They're also winning the turnover battle 13-21 turnovers for the Panthers. And speaking of the Panthers, they really have not seen a very even scoring progression. They do have 5 players who have scored, but the majority of their points coming from Jetta Goff, who's got 8 points. Alyssa Crumley also has chipped in 6 points and has 5 of the 8 rebounds down low in her low post position. The big problem for Snake River and the Panthers has been the majority of their points have been coming from the outside and beyond the arc. They have not been able to get down low in the paint and use what the height advantage they have to their advantage in this game so far, and that is something you might see them try and do a little bit more. One point they have been very good at so far has been at the free throw line, where they have gone 7 for 8 so far on the night. That is something to be proud of if you're a Snake River Panther fan, as they have been able to earn their way to the stripe, forcing the Cardinals into 7 fouls, and a lot of them have been shooting fouls to this point in time, as they have yet to do 1-1 at the line for Snake River and the Panthers, which means 4 shooting fouls out of all the fouls that they've given up. We'll take another break, come back with the start of the second half on the other side. You're listening to KBRV 800 The Bear, and MyLocalRadio.com, your home for all things Caribou County sports.
Many things can cause the holiday blues: stress, fatigue, unrealistic expectations, over-commercialization, financial constraints, and the inability to be with one's family and friends. Remember, the holiday season does not banish reasons for feeling sad or lonely. There is room for these feelings to be present, even if the person chooses not to express them. If you or someone you know needs professional mental health counseling, visit Mexico Therapeutic Services, located at 421 West 2nd South, Suite 3 in Soda Springs. Call 208-547-4550 for an appointment. Most insurances are accepted.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to Snake River and the home of the Panthers. Started the third quarter of play with a score at 22-20 on KBR V800 The Bear and online at MyLocalRadio.com. 8 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. We're just underway. Snake River with the basketball fires one down into Stedman in the post, who tries to do a little bit of fancy footwork, earns the trip to the line, as she is going to be fouled on the play by Callie Groning. And it will send Stedman to the line, where she has yet to take a free throw so far tonight. As I said in the halftime show, though, Snake River is 7 for 8 and make them 8 for 9 from the free throw line. 4 seconds gone by. They build their lead up to a 3-point advantage, 23-20, and one more coming up for Stedman at the stripe. This one up. That's bottoms as well. So 2 for 2 on the trip, make it 9 for 10 at the free throw line for the Panthers, and the Cardinals will bring it forward down by 4. 10 seconds gone by as Groning drives left side of the lane, goes up, fouled on her way to the hoop. Great drive by Groning. Nobody stopped her until she was 2 feet from the basket, and by that point in time it was too late. The foul is going to go on Lindsey Higgins. It'll be her first. And Callie Groning, who has yet to score in the game, will step to the free throw line. And Callie, the senior, has a chance to cut her little deficit in half. First free throw up, no good. Missing badly to the right side of the rim. I don't even know if it caught any of the rim at all on the way up, but it did catch the backboard and bounced almost right back to Callie. 7:48 to go, 12 seconds gone by, and already this is the fourth free throw taken in the game, or in this half, and it's going to be good. So 12 seconds equal two trips to the free throw line. We'll see what the next 12 seconds have in store, as it's going to be Snake River bringing it forward. To the far side, it goes to Higginson, as Kelsey gives off to her sister Lindsay. Near side now, on the right side wing, it's going to be Stedman. Lofts a pass into the paint. Triple team down there on Crumley. She finds Lindsay Higginson, top of the key, wide open for three. No good. The rebound is going to be pulled in by Rasmussen for her fourth. And again, the Soda Springs Cardinals will bring it forward to the right side. Alexa White pulls the ball in, now gives back outside to Finlayson. She pump fakes, now steps through and fires a pass to the top of the key. Casey Smith finds Groning, left side wing, steps inside the three-point line, tries to bank one up, can't get the shot to go, and Crumley pulls down her sixth board of the game, trying to go for a double-double, and back up the other way. A blocking foul called as Stedman drives into the hoop, lays it up, can't get the shot to go, but she's going to step to the line for 4 free throws, as coming up with the foul is going to be Callie Groning for her third. Back-to-back fouls by Groning now on the first two of the first three possessions for Snake River, resulting in fouls. They have a 5-point lead, 26-21, as Groning will check out with Tawny Barfus checking in. And it'll be Stedman at the line, where she is 2 for 2 so far tonight. Has the ball bounced to her, and the right-handed shooter with gray shoes will look over the first shot, and that is good. Make it a 3-point play as she got the basket to drop. And it's a 6-point lead now, once again, for Snake River, 27-21. Right side, ball almost thrown away. Dribbles out of bounds. Last touch by Lindsay Higginson, who fell to the ground. Had the ball roll off her back ankle and slowly dribble its way out of bounds. Alexa White smart enough to just let that one finish its roll. And the Cardinals get a chance to inbound now with under 7 to play. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go. It'll be Rasmussen to inbound the ball. Passes in quickly into White. Back to Rasmussen on the right side wing. She looks inside. Now gives it back out near the half-court line to Smith, who drives to her left, steps back, puts up a 3-point shot, airballs it out of bounds, but it's going to be saved by Alexa White, but right into the hands of Snake River and the Panthers, and the rebound's going to go into Stedman. She'll pass off to Crumley, gives off now, and Goff drives left side baseline, puts up a shot wildly off the side of the rim, where Finlayson pulls in the rebound. Ariana will bring it forward, goes to her right. Smith back there on the wing is going to be bumped on the far side, and now a foul is going to be called, as forcing her out of bounds is going to be Kelsey Higginson. For Kelsey, that is going to be her first foul, and it will have the Cardinals inbounding from the far side with the second foul of this half on Snake River, going on to the sophomore. It'll be again Barfus to inbound, gives it into Smith, who takes it in the backcourt. Casey comes to the near side, fires it up ahead to Finlayson. Finlayson travels with the ball, trying to do a little bit too much waving around, and finally ends up turning it over. First turnover of the half for either team, and it's going to end up with Snake River having a chance to build on their 6-point lead, 27-21 with 6:15 to go. Ball jogged up the court now. It's going to be Lindsay Higginson giving to her sister Kelsey, who skips a pass near side wing, taken there by Stedman. Back up top, and they fired over into the hands of Kelsey again. Her 3-point attempt, side of the rim, no good. Rebound is going to be boxed out and fought down by Rasmussen for her fifth rebound of the game. 5 minutes, 53 to go. White to the left side wing. Looks down low into the paint. Now comes back around to the right side. Goes top of the key before passing it off to Finlayson. She finds Smith. She'll barely hold on to the pass. Drives in. Backdoor pass underneath. Rasmussen wide open. Gets it to go. Lays it up and in. It's back to a 4-point lead, 27-23. That might be her shot of the game. Brought to you by A&C Embroidery in Soda Springs. Near side, Stedman with the ball on the wing. Goes back top of the key before swinging it far side. Kelsey Higginson takes it on the left side wing. Skips it near side wing. Gives it to Stedman. Shot up. Bottoms. Stedman with her second three-pointer of the game. She's got 8 points in the half and 11 in the game to reach double figures. 5:13 to go, and it's a 7-point advantage for Snake River. Smith drives in, kicks it over to the Rasmussen, who comes up top. Finlayson uses her dribble, drives in the lane, carries the ball, though, and turns it back over to Snake River. Another turnover for the Cardinals. Snake River has yet to turn it over in this half. They had 21 turnovers in the first half, so maybe they just got them all out of their system before the second half started, as we've gone through 3 minutes without the Panthers giving the ball back over to the Cardinals on a mental miscue. 5:04 to go, 30-23 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard, and it'll be Lindsay Higginson to bring it forward. Fakes left, goes right, gives it off into the far side where Adams holds on to the basketball. Gives it back up top of the key, near side Stedman, now takes it on the wing. Cardinals defensively playing around the outside in a little bit of a 3-2 zone, as now they'll almost force a turnover, and a foul is finally going to be called as Rasmussen jumped in and ends up having Crumley trip over the top of her. For Rasmussen, that's going to be her second foul, and it'll be an inbounds pass coming from the near side, as that's the third team foul on the Cardinals. 4 minutes, 46 seconds to go, and Goff looks to inbound the basketball. Looks deep, now comes near side corner, taken there by Crumley, trapped in the corner, splits the double team, goes underneath with a pass onto the far side where Adams puts up a little fadeaway shot and gets it to go. Jessica Adams onto the scoreboard for the first time in the game to build it to a 9-point lead, 32-23. Alexa White with the ball, goes over to the right side. Kat McCullough fires a pass over into the hands of Yamauchi, who takes in the right side corner. She gives off to Myers on the wing, who fires a pass near side. McCullough pump fakes, drives in, but a travel first, and the Cardinals turn it right back over once again. They're third, and the Cardinals, who had 13 turnovers in the first half, have not been able to fix the mistakes that came in the second quarter when they had 8 of those 13. Inbounds pass comes for Snake River. They'll hand off, and it's going to be Lindsey Higginson to bring it forward left to right on your radio dial. Snake River moves the ball near side. Stedman holds it on the right side wing before passing it back to Higginson. Top of the key. She feeds it down low. Crumley trying to work in the post. Finds Adams wide open. 8-foot jumper. Splash down. Nothing but net for Jessica Adams. She's got 4 points and back-to-back buckets. 34-23, an 11-point advantage again for Snake River and the Panthers. 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Rasmussen takes it top of the key. Right side, McCullough wide open for three. Can't get it to go. Rasmussen follows a shot for the offensive board. Steps around, leaves her shot short, and it's going to be Crumley who pulls down the rebound. Her 7th of the game after Rasmussen got her 6th as an offensive board. 34-23, still that 11-point advantage, and a foul from behind as Crumley is going to be shoved from the back by Alexa White, who picks up her 3rd. 4th team foul on the Cardinals now with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go as Jessie Belknap will check into the game for Soda Springs, and Alexa White will take a seat onto the bench. No, they're going to leave Alexa out there. Kirsten Rasmussen will take a seat onto the bench and come and get a breather. 8 points and 6 rebounds so far for Rasmussen. Have one of the better games for the Cardinals. It'll be an inbounds pass near side taken by Adams on the lower right block. Kicks outside. Stedman open for three. Gets another one. Her 3rd triple of the game. She's got 14 points, 11 of them in the second half, and a lead up to 14 for Snake River. It'll be Yamauchi who takes the ball forward, trying to end the run. Cardinals have not had an answer, and it's 10 straight points reeled off by the Panthers. Kat McCullough tries to end it herself, does, as she gets one to go from 19 feet. Kat with her first bucket of the game and possibly her first of the season, as the Cardinals will take a timeout. Down by 12, 37-25. Back after this on your home for Soda Springs basketball, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
Back here once again at the home of the home of the Snake River Panthers. Soda Springs Cardinals on the road with a 12-point advantage over the Cardinals. Again, keep an eye out for your A&C embroidery shot of the game. In the business of making your business or team look good. Right now, it's got to be on a little backdoor feed to Kirsten Rasmussen for a wide open layup and got the Cardinals a little bit of momentum. You could also give it to Kat McCullough on that jumper from 19 feet out that splashed down and cut the gap to 12. It'll be Snake River basketball as they will look to inbound. Full court pressure is going to be loosely applied by Soda Springs and the Cardinals. They'll put 3 up into the front court, now a 4th as Taylor Myers standing right around the half-court line. Man-to-man defense being played on the inbounds as they'll move it to the right side. Goff breaks the press by getting it to Crumley, drives all the way to the hoop, stops, kicks outside to Adams, standing in the right corner. She gives up top. Lindsey Higginson can't get her shot to go as Jessie Belknap, easily the tallest player on the court, gets the rebound, then throws it away underneath Crumley, puts up a shot. That one's no good. Reagan Yamauchi pulls down this board, and the Cardinals will avoid having something bad happen after the turnover. Quick shot fired up. Rebound to Alexa White on the offensive board. Quick shot put up by her from the outside, no good. Taylor Myers now tracks down the offensive rebound and gives off to Alexa White once again. Alexa to the right side, finds McCullough, open for 3, gives it up though, underneath to Belknap, who can't handle the pass, loses it out of bounds for the 5th turnover of the quarter for the Cardinals with 2:26 to go, 37-25. Snake River still yet to turn it over in this quarter. It'll be over to the right side. Stedman now gives it back to Goff. Fires one up ahead to Goff, I should say. And Goff will bring it forward. Goes over far side. Stedman takes a dribble. Now picks it up. Comes up top of the key to Higginson. She goes right side wing. Adams bounces one down low end of the low block. Trying to back up against Belknap is going to be Stedman, but instead they'll bring it back around. Goff bounces one to Crumley. On the far side, she'll find Adams wide open. 6-foot jumper. Too strong off the back iron, with Taylor Myers bringing in the rebound. Taylor gets her 3rd board of the game. No points yet, though, as up again the Cardinals will bring it. Kat McCullough with an open jump shot, but not for long, as Crumley rejects it out of bounds on the sideline. And with 1:53 to go, the Cardinals still trail by 12, and it'll be another inbounds pass coming for Soda Springs from the far sideline. Taylor Myers will be the one to go over and inbound the basketball. from the far sideline. No, it's going to be Reagan who switches out with her. And the Cardinals will line up to try and inbound the basketball. Yamauchi looking inside from the sideline. Still can't find anybody. Wide open now. Casey Smith backside of the basket, but a quick closeout by Stedman gets Casey Smith to have to back out. Puts up a quick shot. Short. Alexa White pulls in the board, though. She puts the layup in wide open for the putback. Back to a 10-point game. 37-27. Minute 40 to go. Cardinals almost force another turnover. Higginson goes over to the left side where it's going to be Goff going down low. Underneath, Crumley gives it back out to Goff. Top of the wing. It's going to be near side taken there by Stedman. She gives off to Lindsey Higginson. Lindsey looking to her left. Now takes a dribble. Gives it back to her right where Stedman holds onto the ball top of the key. Back over to the right side. Once again, it's going to be there. Higginson gives off to Lindsey. Shot from the top of the key. Too strong. Back iron. No good. Foul is going to be called, though, on Stedman on the rebound as Yamauchi was going for it. And Sari Stedman picks up her third foul, team's third as well, with a minute 15 to go. Soda Springs will once again have the basketball back in their possession. As checking in for Crumley, who will take a seat with an exasperated look on her face. And she'll bend over looking to try and catch her breath. Into the game for her is going to be Ashton Martin. And Soda Springs will inbound the ball, and Reagan Yamauchi will take the point. Right to left, the Cardinals work on your radio dial as Yamauchi goes to her left, picks up her dribble now, outside the top of the key, fires one to Smith. She'll pump fake, stutter steps, drives in, loses the ball, but fouled on the way in. I think they're going to get Kelsey Higginson on the outside, reaching after her as she got beaten on the play by Casey Smith, and it'll be the 14th foul, second on Kelsey Higginson. Minute and 2 seconds to go. Cardinals will be inbounding from the far sideline, down by 10. Kelsey Smith will receive the inbounds pass. Looks in, now finds Yamauchi over in the right side corner by half court. Walks it up the right sideline, guarded out there by Stedman. A little bit quicker feet. She'll find Casey Smith at the top of the key. Smith drives to her left, now pulls the ball back out, almost loses it. Higginson hounding her on the outside as she drives to her right. Gets around some defense, finds White in the corner. Forward two from on the foot on the line. Can't get it to go. Jesse Belknap with the rebound, puts it up, count the basket, and the foul as the sophomore powers up through the defense and lays it up and in. The offensive board pays dividends for the 6'1 sophomore, and Jesse will step forward to the line with 41.8 seconds to go and a chance to cut it to a 7-point game. Jesse with the red and black Nike shoes. Looks over the shot, right-handed shooter, gets it to go. 3-point play is good. Jesse's onto the board for the first time tonight, and it's a 30-37 game. Inbounds pass goes to Kelsey Higginson. She gives off to Lindsey. Near side is going to be Goff. Bringing it forward. Lobs one up court where Kelsey takes the ball. Fires up a shot. Banks it short. Rebound poked out of bounds, and it will stay Panthers basketball as 4 bodies hit the deck on the rebound as it was just a scrum down low, and it's actually going to be Soda Springs basketball as it gets tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Panthers, and the Cardinals have a chance to cut it down to a 5-point game, possibly a 4-point game, depending on the shot they get. Ball will be into the hands of Yamauchi, and the freshman brings it up the left side. Goes back to her right, now crosses into the lane, great move, finds a wide open Myers. She leaves her shot short. Belknap with another rebound, pulls it down, but a jump ball is going to be called. Soda Springs is going to get possession of the jump ball on the arrow. Belknap doing some good work down low, using her height to her advantage, getting a little bit of a break after playing in the JV game as well. She didn't get a lot of playing time in that first half, but now getting some good minutes in this third quarter of play with 19 seconds left to go. It'll be Reagan Yamauchi to inbound the basketball. Looks deep, still looking deep, now comes short. It's going to be Myers, fights up a shot, short off the front of the rim, and rebound goes into Higginson. Kelsey comes up the court, the sophomore, lobs one over the head of everybody again. That's the second or third time she's done that as she was trying to find Adams over in the left side corner. Instead throws it towards the drum set in the corner, and with 10 seconds to go, the Cardinals have one last chance. Yamauchi comes over to the top of the key, looks inside, now fires a pass down low. Myers down there, puts up a layup, gets it to go. Taylor Myers has her first basket of the game, and the Cardinals, with 6 different players scoring in the quarter, cut a 14-point deficit down to 5 with a 9-0 run of their own. We'll take a break, come back with more after this on KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Despite turning the ball over 5 times to Snake River's 4, the Cardinals able to cut their way back into it slightly as they are back within 5, 37-32, only outscored 3 points in that quarter and holding Snake River scoreless in the final 3 minutes of that half, as Soda Springs has 18 turnovers in the game but will start out on defense so they can try and force a 23rd turnover on Snake River. Near side, Higginson with the ball, gives up top to Lindsey Higginson. Snake River working left to right, gives the ball, skip pass to the far side. Goff takes it there. Yamauchi guarding her on the wing, now gives it up top to Lindsey Higginson, takes a drive to her left, now bounces it back out to Goff. Goff, double team, finds Lindsey, top of the key, holds the ball for a moment, takes a step to her right, then gives it back to Goff on the left side wing. Snake River showing patience right now, trying to spread out the Cardinals defense as they back it up towards half court. Cardinals going to force a steal though. Casey Smith comes up with it, drives up the court, blocked away though on the shot by Kelsey Higginson. The turnover doesn't result in points. Cardinals back on defense are going to force another one as Reagan Yamauchi steps in front of a pass and the freshman comes up with a steal. 7:12 to go. Right side, Rasmussen with the basketball back into the game, gives up top to Smith. Smith tries to go to her left, now comes back to her right, puts up a shot, blocked away again. Back-to-back blocks by Snake River as their defense on the inside has been stellar. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Far side, Snake River gives the ball into the paint. Stedman comes back outside. Kelsey Higginson open for 3. Has one roll off the back rim where Rasmussen pulls in her 7th board of the game. And with 37-32 the score, Cardinals will again bring it forward. Right side, White gives to Rasmussen. Near side, Smith tries to drive in from the left side wing. Bounces it over into Yamauchi. She has it stripped away from her. Smith right there, though, steps in, puts up a quick shot short off the side of the rim, and rebounded by Stedman. Stedman gets her 5th rebound of the game. 6:25 to go and another chance for Snake River. Neither team's cracked the scoreboard in the first minute and 40. Over to the far side, Goff goes back up top. Kelsey Higginson gets the ball at the end at the top of the key. She fires the right side. Goff holds it in the corner on the right side. Skips a pass. Top of the key once again before finding Stedman. Down low, left side block, tries to step in. Now feeds it back around top of the key. That's where Lindsey's going to give it back to her sister Kelsey. Into the paint, Stedman takes 2 steps to the hoop, rolls one along the rim. Offensive rebound goes to Adams. Her shot wildly fired up to the rim. And the Cardinals are going to get another rebound to Rasmussen and then throw the ball away, but off of Snake River. Cardinals trying to push the pace back up the court, almost giving it back into the hands of the Panthers. Instead, it will remain remain Soda Springs basketball after the Panthers defense able to poke it away. It'll be Yamauchi to inbound the basketball, stands on the A in Snake, now passed it into Groning. She looks inside the paint, now comes back out to Barfus, who holds it on the left side wing. She takes a step with the right foot, now dribbles to her right, goes all the way around to the right side wing before a timeout's going to be taken. It's going to be Coach Schwanevelt asking to take a time and talk with his squad. We'll take a break with them right back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Oh, Santa, it's nice to take a minute and relax in the recliner and love seat we got from Sanders Furniture and Appliance.
Oh, yes it is.
The folks at Sanders Furniture are always so nice to work with.
This year, they are going to help me by offering Christmas Eve delivery service to customers in the Soda Springs area.
That's great, Santa.
Stop in today for the perfect gift and have it delivered Christmas Eve. Sanders Furniture and Appliance, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
They're sending a timeout right now back here at the home of Snake River and the Panthers on KBRV 800 The Bear. 37-32 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. The score still sits with the Cardinals down by 5. They have trailed almost the entirety of this game since midway through the first quarter. Snake River went on a big run to get themselves an 8-point lead after the first quarter of play. Since then, the Cardinals have fought back. They've tied it a couple of times, last time being 17-17, but they have not yet been able to really take that lead and hold on to that lead, and they're hoping to try and do that in the final 5 minutes and 42 seconds here against the Panthers. Cardinals break out of the huddle with Barfus, Rasmussen, White, Yamauchi, and Groning on the court as the 5. It'll be Barfus to start the action on the far sideline. Barfus, the senior, waits for the handoff from the official. Now the official makes a quick point to make sure the other official is ready, and now Barfus will look to inbound the ball. Lobs one into the backcourt where it's going to be taken by Groning. Brings it forward across the logo, now goes to her right, stands on the wing, drives through the wing, I should say, and goes over to the right side corner where White feeds one down low. Yamauchi can't handle the pass, so it's going to be picked off, taken up the court as Goff is going to lay one up, fouled on the try, and back to the free throw line will go Goff. We'll see who they call the foul on. It goes on Kirsten Rasmussen, her third, and sends Jetta Goff to the line where she is 2 for 2 tonight, but has not scored since the first quarter. She was 2 for 2 in that quarter from the three-point line as well as from the free throw line. So one of the better shooters with full leggings, high black socks, and white shoes will step to the line to go with the white jersey. Free throw up, good. Give her 9 points now in the game, searching for double digits if she can make one more. Casey Smith will check into the game as Tawny Barfus takes a seat. And Groning will go down to rebound on the lower right block. One more shot coming up for Goff at the line. Right-handed shooter, tape on the left wrist as the free throw up and rolls its way through. She's a perfect 4 for 4. And Snake River is 5 for 5 here in this fourth quarter or second half of play. That makes them 12 for 13 in the game. 5:18 to go. Cardinals down by 7. Smith holds the ball on the left side wing. Looks inside, now fires one, trying to get it to Rasmussen, instead throws it away. Another turnover for the Cardinals, their 7th of the half, and back to Snake River, who brings it forward. Over to the left side, ball into the hands of, that is Crumley, who gives it off over to Higginson. Higginson gives to her younger sister, Kelsey, stands on the wing before firing one to Goff. Goff drives one dribble into the paint before passing it over to the right side. Lindsay takes it there on the left side wing now before giving it to Goff. Back to Lindsay. She fires one down low, taking a power dribble and putting a shot up is Crumley, and stripped out of her hands as Rasmussen pulls away the basketball, forcing the turnover, and the Cardinals will come back up court again. Rimauchi gives it over to White, right side. White tries to drive in, gets through a hole, fires up a shot, blocked away. Rebound off the block, still on the deck. Finally passed back to Stedman, and up court it'll once again be Snake River as Lindsay Higginson will bring it forward. 4:22 to go. Lindsay to the right side wing, passes into the corner. Goff pump fakes there, guarded by Groning before skipping a pass top of the key. Down low, it's Stedman, wide open, lays one up, steps through, can't get the shot to go though, as it's going to be another rebound for Rasmussen, and the Cardinals will fire one forward again, almost picked off. Kelsey Higginson has been doing that all night long, dropping back, making it look like it's an open pass, and then stepping into the passing lane, and the Cardinals have taken the bait several times tonight and just avoid turning it over there. Casey Smith lobs one in. It's going to be taken by Yamauchi in the backcourt. Gives it back to Smith, left side wing. Looking down low, still looking. Now gives one in to Yamauchi. She drives to her right, steps towards the hoop, blocked away. Ball goes out of bounds, stays with the Cardinals. I think Yamauchi was trying to draw the foul there, but could not get enough contact in order to get the whistle. So now it goes to Rasmussen to inbound for Soda Springs, left side of the court. Standing on the right side of the basket, gives into Yamauchi, back to Rasmussen. Steal attempt by Crumley is going to go awry, and Rasmussen has an easy layup for her 10th point of the game. That's going to give her a rebound away from a double-double. 39-34, pass lofted up near side. It's going to be Higginson who travels with the basketball. The pass was lofted beyond her reach, so give her some credit for even making it close. And the Cardinals get a 4th turnover in the quarter, 26th turnover of the game for Snake River with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Cardinals trail by 5. Less than half of the fourth quarter left. Yamauchi passes it right side. White left open for a moment. Defense recovers though, and Groning takes the pass from her. Casey Smith near side launches a triple. Skips off the side of the rim. Rebound poked out of bounds as coming up with poking it away from Rasmussen is going to be Crumley, and a foul is going to be called instead, and that's a good foul call as Crumley, to reach through Rasmussen to poke it away, will pick up the over the back reach. For Crumley, that's going to be her 3rd. 16th foul on the Panthers, and the Cardinals will inbound again with Rasmussen standing to the right side of the basket. Inbounds play is going to be defended well, and finally White breaks free in the right side corner. No shot attempt though. She'll drive around the defense, loses her dribble, picks it up, now gives it back up to Rasmussen, top of the key. She fires to Grani. She looks into the lane, finds a wide open Yamauchi, who's going to be bumped down on the floor. That's going to send Reagan to the line for 1-and-1 free throws. We'll see who the foul goes on. It's going to go on Crumley again, or excuse me, they call it on Stedman. That's going to be her fourth. And to the line is Reagan, who is 0 for 2 so far at the line tonight. The freshman, hair back in a ponytail, steps up, and the right-handed shooter will have an attempt here. Takes a couple dribbles, fires it up, and the front end of the 1-and-1 drops through. That's bottoms and good, and it's a 39-35 game. Cardinals have missed 4 free throws tonight, and they'd really like those right now. So they trail by 4 points to Snake River and the Panthers. One more coming up for Yamauchi. Chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. This one sits on the rim for a moment, drops through, and it makes it a 3-point game. 39-36, full court pressure. Trying to force a turnover are the Cardinals. Panthers lob one up. Near side is going to be Kelsey Higginson. Throwing the ball through the lane, poked out of bounds, and it stays with Snake River. Rasmussen and Stedman were both over there on that far side of the court. It looked like it could have been off either one of them, but the official says it goes off Snake River. Inbounds play is going to be started on the baseline on the right side of the hoop. It gets inbounded, and Stedman takes the ball. Still hasn't used her dribble. Instead passes it off to Lindsey Higginson, who stands outside of the three-point line. Over on the left side of the top of the key. Now gives off to her sister right at the top of the key. Back over to Lindsey. Takes on the wing, double team, trapped. Use her dribble to back herself out before passing it to Goff. She fires one inside. Stedman gives it to Crowder. Crowder goes over to the right side. 3-ball put up by Goff once again. Rebound's going to be pulled in by Rasmussen. There's the double-double for the junior. Up court quickly come the Cardinals. White into the lane, fouled on the way. She stepped through the lane past the defender. The defender had to adjust and couldn't do it without giving the bump. The foul is going to go on Lindsey Higginson, her second, and it sends Alexa White to the line where she has yet to attempt a free throw tonight. Cardinals in this half 4 for 5. Trying to improve on that and cut into this lead as the first free throw from White. Good. Give her 5 points in the game now and cut it to a 2-point lead for Snake River. Trying to cling and hold on in the final 2.5 minutes are the Panthers. Cardinals scratching, clawing, and trying to fly their way by the Panthers. Second shot, no good. Rebound goes into Crumley, and she gets her 8th board of the game. Crumley goes behind the back as she tries to dribble up across the full court pressure. Bounce pass far side taken by Goff. She's double teamed, and now a timeout's going to be taken as the Panthers were in trouble. And seeing that, Rich Dunn takes a break. We'll take a break with them. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Here are your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th. We started all off with beef chuck roasts at $3.99 a pound. You can also get 10-pound boxes of fancy navel oranges at $5.99 each. Don't forget they have Western Family butter with select varieties at $2.79 a pound. Try out their Tropicana juices, 46 to 59-ounce select varieties for $2.99. That's your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th in Soda Springs.
Back here once again at the home of Snake River and the Panthers. Fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And the Cardinals trailing by 2 to the 3A Snake River Panthers as they look to try and get their first win against a 3A school not named American Falls this season. And this team, I'll tell you what, is a much tougher test than American Falls and the Lady Beavers were. And that's nothing necessarily to say against American Falls, but this Snake River team is definitely a quality squad out there on the court with some good balance between their outside shooting and their inside shooting as well. Cardinals will be on defense as Snake River will be inbounding from the far sideline as they will break out of their huddle with Goff, the two Higginson sisters, Stedman and Crumley. Cardinals will counter with White, Yamauchi, Groning, Rasmussen, and I believe that is Smith. Cardinals allowed the inbounds pass over to Lindsey Higginson. Near side it comes back to Kelsey. Guarded by Groning on the outside. Kelsey looks to cut inside. Purple shoes flying, but she has to pass it off to her sister. Gets it back though. Top of the key. Kelsey looking inside. She's frustrated. Can't find anybody to break open. Now hands the ball back off where it's going to be taken and carried. Double dribble. Now she gets away with another double dribble, and the Cardinals won't get the call. Near side, Kelsey drives in, baseline, and on the baseline, getting the basketball is Goff. That's the 5th turnover of the quarter. Finally, it ends up catching up to Snake River, and they give it back to the Cardinals. Minute 52 to go, and it's going to be Yamauchi, the freshman, taking the point with a chance to tie it up. Cardinals have been here before. Last time they tied it up was 17-17. Reagan looking inside. Now bounces a pass to the right side where it's going to be White who takes the ball there on the wing. Guarded there by Lindsay Higginson gives inside. Yamauchi lays one up. Strong move to the left side of the basket. The freshman gets her 8th point, and the Cardinals tie it up at 39 apiece. Minute 27 to go. Crunch time for both teams as Goff takes the ball in the front court and now dribbles to the top of the key. All the way to the left side, down low. They'll find Stedman. Blocked away by Rasmussen, but they call the foul. Rasmussen not happy with the call. She bites her jersey. Either way, though, it's going to be her 4th foul and is going to send Sari Stedman to the line, who is 3 for 3 at the stripe, and a pair coming here. It's 1-and-1 bonus free throws the rest of the way for both teams. As the first free throw misses out of the rim, Stedman can't knock that down. First miss of the second half, and the Cardinals can, no matter what, have a chance to take the lead next time down the court. Second free throw up. That's short. Can't get it to go, and Rasmussen pulls down the rebound. That's her 5th of the quarter, and she gives off to Callie Groning for the senior to bring it forward. Callie slows the pace down. 1:10 to go. Comes to her left, crosses half court with 1:06 to go. Now passes back up to Yamauchi, top of the key, stands by the logo. Goes to her left. Backs out near the volleyball court, step by 10-foot line before skipping a pass right side. That's where Casey Smith takes the basketball, fires it back up to Yamauchi. Reagan stands at the top of the key, guarded outside by Stedman. Backs up, 50 seconds to go, steps back, drives in, loses her dribble, finds Groning, left side, short on the shot, and the rebound goes into Crumley's hands. Crumley picks up her 9th board, and it's a chance now for Snake River to take the lead. As we're tied at 39, Snake River throws it away. Casey Smith with the ball, 3-on-1 run. Smith gonna take it herself, lays it up and gets it to go. The Soda crowd erupts with pleasure as the Cardinals have a 2-point lead. First lead since the first quarter, 41-39. 22 seconds to go. Snake River up court quickly, passes into lane, layup, too strong on the layup, coming there from Kelsey Higginson. Rasmussen gets another board. Yamauchi to bring it up, and with 12 seconds to go, she's fouled. Soda Springs coming through in the clutch, and Snake River completely missing a wide open layup underneath the basket as Kelsey Higginson, the sophomore, cannot knock home the shot. And Reagan Yamauchi with 1-and-1 free throws has a chance to try and close this one out, but not before a timeout. Cardinals with 12 seconds to go lead 41-39 against Snake River and the Panthers. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Welcome back out to the home of Snake River and the Panthers. Caleb Burgraff here on KBRV 800 The Bear with 12 seconds to go. Snake River finds themselves trailing for one of the first times in the game, as they have not trailed since I believe the score was 4-2 in the first quarter of play. Since then, the Cardinals have tied the game twice and finally have taken the lead 41-39 for the first time in the second half. It'll be Reagan Yamauchi to the line, trying to help the Cardinals complete a 14-point comeback. As Yamauchi will step up, toes the line. Right-handed shooter, crouches low, eyes the shot, crowd getting loud, can't get it to go. Rebound goes into the hands of Kelsey Higginson. She'll try and bring the ball forward, Groning forcing her to slow it down, and a pass thrown away almost. It's going to be Kirsten Rasmussen who's able to just deflect the touchdown pass going for the layup, and with 6.3 seconds to go, the Panthers get another chance to inbound. And a timeout will be taken by Snake River and the Panthers. Rich Dunn making sure he had some left to take, and the Cardinals will have a chance to talk it over on defense. 2-point game, 41-39. Rich Dunn talking things over in his timeout huddle to try and figure out what his team can do to try and come away with the win. We'll take another break on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
41-39 on the Gate City Real Estate scoreboard. Cardinals leading by 2 thanks to a Casey Smith steal and score as she scooped it up, sprinted about 60 feet of hardwood, and just was able to beat Kelsey Higginson, who was going for the block to give the Cardinals a 41-39 lead. That was about 22 seconds ago on the game clock. Since then, the Cardinals have had a chance to try and ice it with 12 seconds to go with Reagan Siamauchi stepping to the line. She missed the front end of the 1-and-1 though, and now with a 2-point lead clinging to it, the Cardinals will look to try and defend the inbound. Snake Rivers only scored 2 points in this fourth quarter. They led by 14 with 2 minutes to go as they'll inbound the ball. Layup up and good with 4 seconds to go. Cardinals to inbound. Groning fires one up at the buzzer. It's well short, and we're headed for overtime. Crumley with her 8th point of the game is going to tie this one up, and we will see extra basketball here at the home of Snake River and the Panthers. A quick 1-minute break to talk things over. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Here are your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th. We started all off with beef chuck roasts at $3.99 a pound. You can also get 10-pound boxes of fancy navel oranges at $5.99 each. Don't forget they have Western Family butter with select varieties at $2.79 a pound. Try out their Tropicana juices, 46 to 59 ounce select varieties for $2.99. That's your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th in Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to the home of Snake River. We got overtime here at the home of the Panthers as the Cardinals trying to complete a 14-point comeback, trying to fight their way back against the Panthers. Nobody really in foul trouble in this game as we head to the overtime period. Cardinals will start it out with Rasmussen taking the opening tip, and it'll be Yamauchi, Groning, White, and Smith to take the starting 5 for the Cardinals. Snake River will counter with Cromley, the 2 Higginson girls, or excuse me, no, it's going to be Lindsay Higginson into the game. Adams taking the place of Kelsey, as well as Goff and Stedman. Rasmus will take the opening tip going against Cromley in the center circle. In the center circle. Tip up, and it's going to be won over by Snake River. And the Cardinals will go on defense. Left to right, Snake River works with a 4-minute overtime period just now starting. And a turnover to start the overtime period. The Cardinals will get the basketball back as Callie Groning brings it forward up the right sideline. Spins around on the right side wing. Pass the ball, top of the key. Smith goes down low where it's going to be Yamauchi. She tries to step through, now spins back to her left, loses the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Snake River and the Panthers. Cardinals trying to run an inbounds play now. They'll go with a box formation on the inbounds. Rasmussen feeds it into Yamauchi. She looks down low, trying to find Rasmussen, who is asking for the ball, calling for it. Instead, Yamauchi's going to use her dribble. Goes to her left, looks to step back, fires up a quick shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound jumps into the hands of Lindsay Higginson, and it'll be Snake River to bring it forward. Up the left side, through the legs. It'll be Snake River to take the ball just to the left at the top of the key with Lindsay Higginson. Fires the ball to Stedman, right side wing, back to Higginson, top of the key. Alexa White guarding her there, forces it off to Goff, who passes it back to Higginson. Near side Stedman once again, just working the ball around the outside of Snake River. Cardinals, last time they had an overtime game, lost it by 6 to Teton after being outscored 8-2 in the final period. 2:55 to go in this overtime period. 41-41, neither team scored. Crumley goes around the baseline, lays one up, skips it around the rim, and drops it through. Crumley, one rebound away from a double-double of her own, gives the Snake River Panthers a lead, 43-41. Reagan brings the ball forward, the freshman to her left. Now drives to her left, no, hesitates, skips it over to the right side. Smith open for three, can't get it to go. Another miss from the Cardinals, who have yet to score from the outside. Lindsay Higginson pulls down her second rebound of the game, and it'll be Snake River to bring it forward. Near side, ball is going to be thrown away. Cardinals get another turnover. 29th turnover for Snake River and the Panthers. If they win this game, they're still going to have to go back and discuss what caused all these turnovers, as the Cardinals have had a field day intercepting passes. 2:20 to go now. Soda Springs trailing by 2. Yamauchi with the ball. Stands by the S at the center court logo. Just to the left of it. Dribbling it there, Stedman guarding her, waiting for her to do something, watching her hips intently. Looks over to her left, to her right does Yamauchi, directs some traffic, now drives in, steps back, finds Groning. Callie pump fakes, drives to her right, steps back on the wing, now cuts into the lane, flops one up. A little floater drops down. Callie Groning with her third point of the game, a big one there, and it's 43-43 with halfway through the first overtime. Snake River gives it to Stedman. Full court pressure by the Cardinals. Going to force a lob pass. They had a wide open Adams, but didn't see her. Near side, ball taken there by Goff. Goes now up to half court, where it's taken by Lindsay. Right side, or left side, excuse me. Stedman looks in, double team, gives the ball back off once again, where it's going to be Goff. Bounce pass down low, taken there. Dribbling her way through the lane is going to be Crumley. Feeds it outside. Goff wide open. Drains the triple, and Goff gives it a 3-point lead. Back the other way, Smith drives quickly, lays one up and in. Casey Smith answers right back. It's a 1-point game with 1:11 to go. Cardinals back on defense, full court pressure. Ball fired into the lane, taken up top of the key. Crumley fires up a long 2, can't get it to go. Adams with the offensive board, travels with the ball and turns it back over to the Cardinals. And unhappy on the bench, Coach Dunn. And the crowd behind him not happy as well with the turnover. Cardinals down by 1 with 1 minute to go. We'll give it off to Yamauchi to bring it forward. She points, directs some traffic. Looks to her left, now drives to her left to the 3-point line. Pulls it back out, looks to her left once again. Now a timeout will take it. No, 5-second call is going to be taken against the Cardinals as they give it back over to Snake River with 50 seconds to go. Yamauchi taking too much time before passing the ball off, and Snake River gets their first turnover of the overtime period. It'll be Lindsay Higginson to inbound the basketball. Looks deep, fires one in. It's going to be taken there by Stedman, guarded by Yamauchi. Playing her tight, gives off now once again. It's going to be taken by Higginson, taking her time, coming across. Now fires off to Goff. Picked up by Yamauchi at half court. Goff goes to her left, brings it back around near half court. 36 seconds to go. Ball to the near side wing. It's going to be taken there by Crumley. Uses the dribble, escapes a double team trap. Over to the far side, driving in, and now being fouled on the play is Lindsay Higginson, who will step to the line for 1-and-1 free throws. Can't give her team a complete lead here yet. Can't ice this one away. She rips off some of the athletic padding that she had around her head, and will have one free throw coming up here. A chance at a second one. Toes the line with the purple shoe, black leggings, white jersey, purple trim on the sides, and Snake River across the front as Jessie Belknap steps in. She's going to be in for rebounding insurance for the Cardinals. 6'1", tallest player on the court. 28.1 seconds to go as the ball bounced to Higginson. Dribbles the ball several times, puts it up, cannot get the shot to go. Rebound tipped around, rebound still on the ground, and a jump ball is going to be called. Cardinals with the arrow, and Soda Springs a chance with 24.5 seconds to go to give themselves a lead. All they need is an offensive bucket. Groning to do the inbounding for Soda Springs. Pass into Yamauchi. Reagan brings it forward. A freshman with a big basketball in her hands as she goes to her left. Throws through the legs, loses her dribble, fires a pass right side. Casey Smith tries to drive herself, finds a wide open Groning, left side for 2, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around, and a foul called on Jessie Belknap for over the back. The Snake River fans held their breath as the ball bounced off the rim for 3 or 4 seconds before finally dropping off out of bounds. Jessie picks up her first foul of the game, And 1-and-1 free throws will come up now for Crumley, who steps to the stripe. She's 0 for 1 tonight. And a timeout taken by Coach Schwaneveld to talk things with his crew. We'll keep it right here with 8.6 seconds left to go. Depending on whether it's a full or a 30, it is a full, so we will take a break. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So,
Welcome back out to the home of the Panthers. Snake River right now up by 1, and 1-and-1 free throws coming up for Alyssa Crumley at the stripe after being fouled by Belknap on a rebound. The Cardinals, though, will still have 8 seconds left no matter what happens here to try and bring the ball forward and get a last gasp shot at the basket. They've had some good looks in the overtime period, but just not able to get the friendly roll off the rim by Callie Groning from the left side. From 18 feet, had it bounced 3 times off the rim before finally rolling off to the right side. Crumley was then fouled by Belknap going for the rebound, and in hindsight, not a bad foul for Soda Springs. Crumley will step forward to the stripe. 8.6 to go. Right-handed shooter. Offset stance at the line. Free throw up, in and out. No good. Belknap pulls down the rebound, and a timeout by the Cardinals. Jessie makes up for the foul. The missed shot will give her 5th rebound of the game. Soda Springs has 7.8 seconds to take the ball all the way across the court up to and get this one in. And the Cardinals will look to try and inbound this one. We'll keep it right here. I want to remind you this game brought to you by Caribou Memorial Hospital, where you will find a qualified, happy, and fun staff working with doctors who have a real interest in your well-being. They also have a larger network of specialists and surgeons working in the state-of-the-art surgical facilities and feature on-site rehabilitation services to ensure you have a comfortable and timely recovery. Caribou Memorial Hospital Living Center and Clinics at 300 South and 3rd West in Soda Springs. And they might be busy after this one with several Soda fans coming in with heart attacks, depending on what happens here, as the Soda Springs Lady Cardinals acting like the cardiac kids on the court, trying to come away with a win here against Snake River. They need a basket, though. Trailing by 1, 45-46, after Jetta Goff hit her 3rd triple of the game, the 6th of the game for Snake River, to give them a 3-point lead. It was Casey Smith who answered with a 2-pointer of her own. Since then, it's been 1 minute and 15 seconds without a score for either team. The Panthers have had a pair of 1-and-1 free throws at the line. They missed the front end of both of them as Yamauchi stands by herself along the baseline, looking to inbound the basketball. Gets it handed to her. Looks to get it in. Groning comes up to receive the inside pass, gets the basketball, will bring it up the right side of the court. 4 seconds to go. She crossed the timeline, spins back, top of the key, into the lane, lays one up at the basket, rolls off, no good, and the rebound pulled down under the hoop by Lindsay Higginson. And Groning denied by the rim twice in this one, unable to help the Cardinals come away with a win, and they fall in a heartbreaker. 46-45 to Snake River and the Panthers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap this up and bring you the post-game show on KBRV 800 The Bear. We'll bring you our A&C Embroidery shot of the game, as well as our stats on this one, and a final wrap-up on your home for Soda Springs Sports, KBRV 800 The Bear, and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Hey, America, we need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th. We started all off with beef chuck roasts at $3.99 a pound. You can also get 10-pound boxes of fancy navel oranges at $5.99 each. Don't forget they have Western Family butter with select varieties at $2.79 a pound. Try out their Tropicana juices, 46 to 59-ounce select varieties for $2.99. That's your Lalaton's food specials for the week of December 10th through the 16th in Soda Springs.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of Snake River and the Panthers in your post-game show. The Cardinals losing a heartbreaker to Snake River and the Panthers 46-45 in overtime. Their second overtime loss of the year. The first one came to Teton, and the Lady Redskin. Let's jump right into our numbers on this one. We'll get to our shot of the game in a moment. But the Cardinals saw for the first time this season every single player crack the scoreboard that played tonight. Led in scoring by Kirsten Rasmussen, who had a double-double as a junior, maybe her first of the year at the varsity level, first of her career at the varsity level. 10 points, 12 rebounds, scored in every quarter except for the overtime period. After her raking him out, she added 8 points. She also was silent during the overtime period. She had 3 rebounds as well. Casey Smith had 7 points, 0 rebounds in the game. After that, pretty pedestrian scoring the rest of the way through for the team, but everyone did score. Callie Groning with 3, Alexa White with 3, 2 for Kat McCullough, 2 for Taylor Myers, 2 for Ariana Finlayson, 3 for Jessie Belknap, and 3 for Tawny Barfus as well. Soda Springs went 7 for 13 from the free throw line, and those 6 missed free throws are huge in this game when you look at the back end of it all. They also did out-rebound Snake River 29-12 by my count in the rebound category. Soda Springs limited them to 8 in the first half, and they were not much better in the second half, only able to pull down. Excuse me, my numbers on the rebounding are wrong. It's actually 22 rebounds for Snake River, as they were out-rebounded by 7 in the contest. Snake River went 12 for 18 from the free throw line. Their leading scorer ended up being Terry Stedman, who had 14 points and 5 rebounds. Alyssa Crumley with a rebound and a 2-point basket in the overtime period ends up with a double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Jetta Goff with 13 points and 0 rebounds, 4 points apiece for Kelsey Higginson and Jessica Adams. And Lindsay Higginson added 1 point and 3 boards in the game for Snake River, who in this game moves to 7-3 on the season at the halfway point of their year. They'll return to Soda Springs to take on the Cardinals later on in January for a rematch of this game. The Cardinals hoping to come away with a victory in their home court and even their series with Snake River and the Panthers. Cardinals dropped to 4-3 on the season, but their only losses are to 3A schools on this season. Time for our ANC Embroidery play of the game, brought to you by ANC Embroidery, in the business of making your business or team look good. 208-604-1775. Give them a call. And as much as I want to give it to a Cardinal, this one's got to go to Jetta Goff. That 3-point basket that she hit to give Snake River their 3-point lead that they would end up holding on to, clinging on to by the end of this game, goes as your shot of the game. Again, brought to you by ANC Embroidery. We'll take a break, come back with our sports update on the other side. You're listening to KBRV 800 The Bear and watching online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Back here at the home of Snake River and the Panthers, Caleb Burgraff on KBRV 800, the Bear, and online at mylocalradio.com. The Cardinals, again, losing a heartbreaker to Snake River and the Panthers, had a 41-39 lead. Snake River ties it up at the end of the fourth quarter, 41-41, and then wins the final quarter at a 5-4 score. Soda Springs coming just shy of that win. We'll take a look at our sports update now, as we had a chance to sit down with Coach Cliff Garbett of the Soda Springs wrestling team and talk about what they're looking at going into the winter break. They have a tournament in Malad this weekend. We'll hear his thoughts right now on your home for Soda Springs Cardinals Athletics.
Caleb Burgraff joined here with Coach Cliff Garbett from the Soda Springs wrestling team. And Coach, the last tournament that you guys were at, another fairly successful tournament, it sounded like, for Soda. You did have some injuries that came from it, but you did have some good performances from some other wrestlers too. What were your thoughts on just the overall general performance of the kids?
Just that we're getting better each week. That's what I'm really looking for. Our younger kids, I had one kid get his first win over the weekend with Cade Ariano, and they're just continually getting a little bit better, and that's what we're looking for, just get a little bit better each week.
You look at some of the kids that did have really good performances. Devin Adams, probably the one that stands out the most, taking second in his pod over there at the Marsh Valley tournament. Is that something you expect from him, being a senior and also being one of the leaders on this team and one of the more experienced guys on the team?
Yeah, that's the one good thing about Devin is he's got good leadership and comes to work, practice every day, and just gives it his all, and he's eager to learn and get better, and that's what we ask of him.
In that room, you guys have had pretty good support from some of the other people in the community too. You said that this week or last week you had 4 coaches in the room all throughout the week. How much does it help you as a coach when you get that support from some of the volunteers that get to go in there and help out?
Oh, it helps a lot. More eyes and more experience in there to help these young guys improve on their skills, and that's what we're all about, just getting better and improving week to week.
Caleb Burgraff here with Coach Cliff Garbett from the Soda Springs wrestling team. And when you take a look at what's coming up for you guys, Malad's going to be the tournament this week. Another tough tournament. This one's going to be an elimination style bracket, so double elimination for the kids. First time that a lot of these kids will have been in that type of a situation now. You said one of the things that you were worried about going into the Marsh Valley tournament was getting them prepped and getting them ready for the matches and warmed up in time. Is that going to be something that you continue to work on in this tournament?
Yeah, I think we did a little better this week with Marsh Valley. Kids know when they were up and had a few matches ahead of them. So it's a little better in this style tournament format where they knew they were going to be wrestling and had some time to get themselves mentally focused and ready to go.
When you look at a 2-day tournament like this as well, how much does this prepare them for getting set for districts and getting set for the state tournament when you have to be there for long days and it's going to be continuous days and you have to pick it up in a day after that, the day after it, where you don't get that day off in between?
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, it's a sacrifice for a lot of these kids. That's what we're trying to get them to understand, that they got to love what they're doing, because, a lot of them want to be snowboarding and doing those kind of things, but it's something that you just got to get after and that you got to want, and it is long on coaches and athletes alike, but you just got to enjoy it and continue to get better with it all season and get after it.
Final thing for you, and we're going to be taking a break from these interviews with school going out, but you guys also get a little bit of a break from tournaments with nothing really going on during the Christmas break. How good is it for the kids to get that break, especially when you're trying to work with a young team and give them some time to recover from injuries that they've gotten, as well as some time to work on things that they found out that they need to work on from those first 3 tournaments you've been in?
Oh, it is good. It's good to give them a little break, and just about halfway through the season, so it gives them a nice break from the wrestling, lets them regroup, get all those injuries and stuff taken care of that they have, and just get focused up and ready to roll when we get back.
Coach, as always, thank you so much for the time, and look forward to talking with you again when the new year rolls around and see where the kids are at.
All right, thank you.
Time for one more break. When we come back, we'll do a final wrap-up, let you know when we're going to be back on air here. Soda Springs again falling in this one, 46-45 in overtime. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're
going
to do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
just broke up
and go past
and
the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see you
I heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back one final time to Snake River High School. Caleb Berggraf here high above the court as we wrap up our final coverage. Soda Springs Lady Cardinals dropping another overtime thriller, their second overtime loss of the year to the Panthers, 46-45. These two teams will play again later on in January. The specific date of that one is going to be January 9th when they host Snake River, so be sure to get out there for that one. It should be a very good game. As for us, our next broadcast is going to be Thursday night. The Soda Springs Lady Cardinals will be challenging Malad at home. It'll be a 7 o'clock opening tip-off for the varsity first district game of the year. Show up, support the Cardinals. It'll be a good game. Malad getting a very tall team. They have 4 girls or so above 6 foot, so this one could be an interesting test for the Cardinals to see what they can put forth onto the basketball court this year. Of course, Grace, the Lady Grizzlies, got an earlier look at Malad and the Dragons, and they were able to take down Malad and the Dragons with a score of 46-34 earlier this week. So that'll be interesting to see what happens when the Cardinals take on Malad. Again, final score from here, though, 46-45. The Soda Springs Cardinals being dropped by Snake River and the Lady Panthers. Thank you again for listening into the Cardinal Postgame Show. The proceeding has been a sports production and sports broadcast of Old West Media Incorporated and Cook Brothers Broadcasting. No portion of this production can be used or rebroadcast without express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Tonight's executive producer is Val Cook. I would also like to thank our sales team as well as our office manager Kim Miller and general manager Warren Cook. Thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in as well. Once again, final score tonight, 46-45, an overtime loss for Soda Springs and the Cardinals. For tonight's videographer, Darby Seipert from the basketball team. Appreciate her help. I'm Caleb Berggraf, and until next time, let's go Soda Springs Cardinals. Let's go Caribou County.
We hope you have enjoyed this presentation of Caribou County basketball on KBRV The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Visit our website for a full schedule of upcoming games and for recaps of every game we have covered this year. Until next time we take to the air with Caribou County Sports, goodbye and good night.